Hi, can you hear us? Nod your head if yes.
Hopefully.
I'm not seeing anything. What?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
you.
Thanks, Sarah. Hey, everybody, welcome to Legacy of Fools! This is just a normal episode. My name is Jamie. If you're just tuning in for the first time, I normally sit here. Amanda always sits there. Tim always sits there. It's very cool and very fun. And there's usually as many tech problems as there were tonight, which is 0. So everything's going right on track, baby. So all of that was a lie. I am going to be the game master for tonight in our very special one-off game because we have 3 people. So
A condensed cast.
A condensed cast. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Condensed cast. Abridged cast.
Condensed like a can of milk.
Like a delicious can of normal milk.
Sweet, sweet milk.
Or like dew.
Huh?
Dew. Was dew was condensation?
Like Mountain Dew?
No, like. Well, I guess
Like-
technically, like dew on mountain.
Like dew from a
Like
mountain, not like the
mountain-
soda
yes,
beverage
correct.
Mountain Dew.
Is that not what the dew that forms on mountainsides tastes like?
You know, now that you say that, I don't know anymore.
It was colloquial for moonshine.
Oh.
Mountain Dew was originally made as a mixer for whiskey.
Thanks for coming to Mixology Talk, everybody. We
This is no longer D&D stream.
Oh, sorry, I'll let you say that. Please go ahead.
To be fair, it
It's
isn't
not my
tonight.
place.
This is no longer a D&D stream. This is Amanda's Mixology podcast.
Yes, indeed.
Tell us about the corpse reviver, Amanda.
Well, it was a pre-prohibition beverage that was made to wake you up because back in that time, it was like, hi, you have a hangover, here's some booze to fix it. End of conversation. What are we doing, Jamie?
No, I'm fully ready for Mixology Corner. But I guess if you don't have any other drinks to talk about, I suppose we can...
Should we introduce ourselves? Is that a bit?
I suppose we introduce
Where
ourselves.
are we?
I will say, I'll just go, and then I will pass along to you. I'm the
Perfect.
Game Master, Jamie. I think I said that, but just in case, one extra for you.
But it's good to remind
It's
them.
good to
It
remember
is.
because I don't remember. Hi, I'm Amanda, playing a yet-to-be-explained character.
I'm Tim, playing a yet-to-be-explained and perhaps not-to-be-explained character.
Ooh,
We'll find out.
I like it. So,
Also, it's weird sitting over here.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
No,
No,
Welcome.
this couch
What's
is
it feel
so
like?
comfortable.
Right.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Every time I sit in not my seat, I
Thanks, Sarah.
have a weird panic moment of just like I don't know how to.
I'm just mad I don't get to sit on this couch normally.
Well,
You do bring a pretty comfy looking chair. Because I don't think you use
It's
this.
comfy looking.
Oh, no.
It's not uncomfortable.
Oh, okay, good. All right, good. I'm happy to hear that, actually.
all right.
Tonight, we're going to play a very fun game that I've never played before, so I don't know if it's actually fun, but I'm pretty...
We'll find out.
Uh-oh.
I'm just kidding. It's very fun. No,
Yay!
This game seems awesome. I cannot wait to play it with you two. It is called For the Dungeon, and it was designed by an amazing, incredible individual by the name of Jordan Palmer, who thought up this fantabulous fucking game.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan, for this amazing game we're about to play. So basically, this fun little game, it's honestly thematically, pretty tonally, pretty similar to a D&D game. It does use very different rules that are all simplified. It's honestly very similar to kind of some of the other one-offs we've done, Honey Heist, etc. You know the rest.
Game of Treasure Hunt.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
all
one.
of them.
Rainbow Treasure. Well, yeah, that was the end
Yeah.
of the list. You're right. I just
We got
forgot
two.
Rainbow Treasure Hunt.
We got two.
We got 2. And now, after today, we'll have 3. And I'm very psyched for this to be the 3rd. For the Dungeon is a very fun narrative comedy, fantasy role-playing game where our players,
That's us.
that's these 2, they are going to be playing minions that would typically inhabit the very lower levels, or I guess the very upper levels, depending on which way your dungeon works, the very first few levels of a evil Dark Lord's dungeon. So your skeleton, your goblin, such and such. Amanda and Tim have mostly, we're going to kind of finalize the fleshing out of their minion characters. And then they are going to go on quests for their master. It is a heavily improvisational game, so I have nothing in front of me but a couple dice and a few things that help remind me of what are some fun things to do when you're improvising. So, we're going to talk about the rules a little bit. We're going to go through them pretty quickly, and we're going to go through character creation first and foremost, actually. Let's go through character creation. And
Okay.
before we go through that, I think I would like to explain a few terms, and then we'll kind of explain how those terms relate to your character.
Okay.
So, your characters, as you probably well know, but for our audience at home, have 3 traits that represent them. One represents your character's talent, the thing your character is good at. The other represents a tool, something your character owns. And the third is your character's motivation. And you can use a short phrase to describe these traits of your characters. You want to pick one that's not, for all of these traits, you want to pick something that's not too general, so that it can be used for everything, not too specific that it probably won't come up. Those are the 3 like main traits of your characters, although the big, cool, super special trait that you'll get for your character is known as a perk. Those are the things I made you look at the list to pick from. And you can make your own, but for tonight's sake, we are just going to use the pre-approved list. You also, there is a resource in this game called Shiny, which basically is any generic treasure. It is basically like your gold. And you're going to start off with 3 shiny worth of starting gear. And you may collect more shiny throughout the game if you do well and do things that will earn you shiny. Now, your traits are the 3 things I mentioned before, as well as other traits that will come into play. There will be traits that the scene provides, like if, for example, I think the example one they give is like if you're in a royal courtyard and there's a hedge maze, the trait of that will be like labyrinths of hedges, basically. And they're little things that basically just like you can use to affect your success, and I could potentially use to affect your success as well, as you are the ones who are going to be rolling this game. Your traits are the main resource, and traits in general are the main resource we will kind of be dealing in. So, now that we have those kind of big terms out of the way, basically the general rule set, because we're not using a d20 system, is this. We are rolling d6s. You, players, will roll 1 d6 for every applicable trait based on the thing you're doing. Don't worry about looking at the moves and trying to remember, oh, what move am I doing? Am I trying to talk it over? Am I trying to use a cunning ploy? Don't worry about that. Do what your character would do. It is narratively driven, and I will ask you, give me a cunning ploy roll and stuff like that. A 6 is a total success. A 4 or 5 is usually a mixed success. I think some of them, actually no, a 4 or 5 is always a mixed success. A 3 or below is a failure. And it does go off of, if you have a 6, any 6 on the die, that is a complete success. If any of your dice have a 1 on them, though, even if you do have a 6, that is a critical failure. And we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So those are the basic mechanics. Sometimes you'll roll more than 1 d6, and you'll have an increased chance of both big success and big failure. And sometimes if you don't technically have a trait that applies to it, this is an interesting, fun little rule, you will still roll 1 d6, but 6s are treated as mixed successes. There is no way to gain a complete success. So don't be afraid to do something even if you're not good at it, if it's the only thing you can think of.
Sure.
Yeah. So let's get to character creation, because that's the fun part. That's why we're all here, right? And also, audience at home, please, if anything that we say, the players or myself, that inspires you for an idea to throw for the players' characters or anything, like, I can't look at the chat today, so I will. Do either of you have chat open?
No.
Okay, cool.
Can.
Nobody can look at the. Actually, here, I'll turn it this way. You guys.
Perfect.
There you go.
I was like, I don't. You have the iPad.
I sure do. So, if anybody throws out anything fun in the chat that you are inspired by players,
on my laptop. Then.
steal it.
Oh, genius.
Oh, great, perfect.
Oh,
Fantastic.
I will then.
Perfect. Yes, thank you. It is
Great.
a little bit. Yes, honestly, it is very Candela Obscura. Sorry, I know I said I couldn't check chat, but I just saw something.
It's very Candela Obscura.
It's very Candela Obscura. Thank you. Brain flatline. And it's very like powered by the apocalypse. If it is not straight powered by the apocalypse, I would be very surprised. Because that's basically what it is. Cool. So let's get to character creation. We're going to figure out who you two are, how you fit into the world. You're encouraged to choose something monstrous, and you are playing minions. And please tell us a little bit about your character Amanda, tell us something about your name, your description, and then we'll get to the other stuff.
Okay, so yeah, what you see is a porcupine walking on their 2 hind legs. There is a loincloth to protect their modesty, of course.
Of course.
They are carrying an ice pick. And there is a big scar across their forehead.
Love it.
And I'm Pickles.
Pickles the porcupine.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Now, because Amanda's had a little more time to flesh out, do you mind, Amanda, if I just go through, do you mind
Sure.
if I go through the talents, tools, but all that?
Yeah.
I do, but I'll keep
You'll
it.
deal
I'll
with
bottle
it.
it inside.
Oh, that's healthy. My therapist always says,
We're doing
just
great.
keep bottling it.
I'm gonna drink this can of beer that's been behind this skull.
For no reason at this
Here, we should,
point in
I feel
time.
like our skull is not visible. It's okay.
Oh, that's okay.
the
You know what?
Scully boy's
Actually, hand him my way. I got an idea for Scully.
Oh god. Oh
We're going to
god.
have him in the shot,
Okay.
even if it kills him.
If it kills us, which it might.
He kind of shows. Fantastic.
Hooray, we did so good.
Just as
Um,
easy.
There.
All right. Sorry,
so,
what were you asking?
I was asking you, so
Uh-huh.
Pickles the porcupine.
Yes.
Yes. What is Pickles' trait that represents Pickles' talent? What they're good at?
So I have 2, and if I can only have 1, let me know. Okay.
Only have one.
Okay.
So sorry.
Well, I think,
Right off the bat, coming at you
Sure.
hard.
because I have either scurry or spines.
Take your pick. You can also possibly, because tools is what your character owns. So it's something
I have
like
an ice pick.
spines. You do have an ice pick. Might I recommend maybe making your spines your tools and scurry your talent?
And I'm just holding
Or
the ice
you
pick
can.
for fun.
That's just a throw
We'll
out.
say
You can
scurry
do
is my
whatever.
talent.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Good.
Talent
else
need
I
to be a
will cry.
present tense verb. I thought I misread.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
I
okay.
did. That's
It,
just
it
what
says here it could be incredible strength, how sneaky they are, ability
Yeah.
to breathe fire, whatever.
Scurry.
Scurry.
Is my talent.
What's your
My
tool?
tool is
Since we're all on pins and
since
needles.
it's everything is pokey.
Oh.
It's either an ice pick or spines.
Okay, you don't need to decide now.
Okay, well, it's
Yeah.
one of them.
It's either ice pick or spines.
It's going to stab someone somehow.
Could your spines be ice picks?
That changes my
Just a
character
thought.
concept.
Just a thought. Oh God, never mind that. Forget I said anything. Motivation.
I don't want to get squished.
Don't want to get squished. Perfect. That's
Stay
a
away
good-
from being squished.
That is a good motivation.
Help.
Cool. I love it.
Yes,
Did you pick a perk?
I did.
What is your
I
Pickles perk?
Picked the slippery perk.
Ooh, what does that do for you?
So slippery is when I'm in a bad situation, I roll, and if I get a 6, I can pick 2 possible things that are being pulled up now. Either I escape without being noticed, I escape without taking harm, or I escape with someone or something. If I get a 6, I pick 2. If I get a 4 or 5, I choose 1.
Nice. That is very appropriate.
Yes.
Nice. I have a feeling your scurry and your what's the name of that perk again?
Slippery
Slippery. Yes, I have a feeling slippery and scurry are gonna
are
be
going to work
used
together.
in tandem quite
I
well.
hope.
Very
I hope.
nice. All right, I love
So,
that.
That's,
Anything else you want to tell us about Pickles?
That's Pickles. If you have questions, you can ask Pickles. Pickles will
Did you
tell
do
you.
the motivation?
Yes, I don't want to get squished.
Oh,
not,
right.
not getting
Yeah,
squished.
yeah.
Primary
Sorry.
motivation.
I must
You're good,
not
you're
be squished.
good.
Do my best.
While I
Oh,
talk
no.
to Tim, Amanda,
Yes.
so you get 3 shiny worth of items. There's not a list to pick from. You just, hey, you should just buy an ice pick.
Cool.
Okay, so so you get 3 shiny worth. I'll tell you what is worth what.
So my tool is spines, and I bought an ice pick with my
Shiny.
There you go. So there's minor items and mundane items. A mundane item costs 1 shiny. A mundane item is a simple tool or piece of equipment. They don't grant traits. You can't call on them to like upgrade your die, basically. But they can be used to increase your options within the narrative. For example, if you have an ice pick and you find some ice, you can pick through it, and I won't make you roll for it. You have an ice pick. So mundane objects are like that. Cost 1 shiny. Minor items cost 2 shiny. They are more useful items, but they can only be used once,
Ooh.
a single time. You can use this item as a trait to bump up your die for a single time, after which it is expended. So, for example, if you wanted to say my ice pick is a minor item, you could have it act as a trait later on. Say you come up to an icy lake, and it's like been winter for 100 years, and I want to use my ice pick to break through the ice.
Sure.
That I would probably have you roll for, but because you have it as a minor item, you could use it to bump up your dice.
Okay. But I can only use it once.
Yes, and then it would be used. It would basically picking through it would break the ice pick or something, basically.
So sad.
Yeah, it would be very sad. There are also major items that can be used multiple times. Those cost 4 shiny. You're not able to buy those from the get-go. Those are for continued campaigns, but who knows?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay. Well, I think.
You figure that out while I talk to Tim.
Talk to Tim.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Tim.
Hi. How are you? It's nice to see you.
Thank you for asking.
Of course.
I didn't ask him.
I'm
So
terrible.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. This game has made me all better. What's your name of your character? What's their deal? What's their gist?
All right. So, my character is an ogre. If you look at him, he's like 7.5 feet tall, portly, as ogres tend to be. He's got orangish red hair, receding hairline on the top, but the sides are long and tied into 2 braids down the side.
Oh, I love this. This is making me so happy.
He's got very faded jeans that are getting a little thin at the knee, and he's wearing what looks like a crudely hand knitted sweater that's like warm, and it's got like just sort of stripes of different colors. It's like not like a coherent color scheme. It's just like a series of different things. And his name is Crag Thompson.
How do you spell Crag?
C-R-A-G.
Crag.
Oh, Crag.
Yeah, Crag Thompson.
Thompson. Okay, cool.
Do you need me to spell Thompson?
No. Thank you. Craig Thompson and Pickles. Craig Thompson, the ogre.
Mm-hmm.
Please do tell. Of your 3 traits, what is your talent?
I think my talent is that I am very big and very strong.
Strong.
I'm big and strong, yeah.
I like that. Okay, cool. Big and strong. Tools. What tool? What does Craig own?
Craig has an iron
Craig.
pipe.
An iron pipe?
Yeah.
Like an ogre-sized iron pipe, or like a normal human?
Somewhere in the middle.
What you would use if you were actually in the narrative of Clue.
It's
Not
like
the
a
piece.
little
I
bigger.
have to be
It's
clear,
a
not
little
the
bigger
piece.
than what you'd have in
Okay.
Clue, but in that vein.
Okay, cool. I love that.
Because Craig Thompson saw someone blow glass once and thought it was really cool, and he wants to do that sometime.
Okay.
So they were using a pipe, so he got a pipe.
Nice.
It's not the same kind. It's not the right kind
It's
of
not-
pipe,
yeah.
but he has a pipe.
Yeah, it's a pipe. Someone called it a pipe, and he was like, "Oh,
It's like
I know
for
what pipes
plumbing,
are used
yeah.
for." Yeah, that's excellent. What condition is it? Clean, dirty? What are we talking?
A little beat up and dirty.
Okay, cool. What about motivation? What motivates Crag?
Craig Thompson is working for our evil lord. Just to save up to earn money and save it up, so he can go to art school.
Oh.
So
that's
Craig
cool.
Thompson's main motivation is that he wants to make the world a more beautiful place.
That's great. I wrote down art school because I was so sure your motivation was going to be to get into art school. Let me just cross that out.
He
More
has to
beautiful
pay.
place in the world. Got
He'll
it.
have to pay for art school. He has to get somewhere.
That's
Art
true.
school is a big thing. I just was putting it in a
Got
more
it.
broadly applicable term.
No, that's good. That's good because arts. Yeah, that would be maybe a little
Yeah.
too specific. Just trying to get into art school. But more beautiful world. That's a world of possibilities. Fantastic. Awesome. So same deal. You can figure out what you want to spend your shiny on if you haven't already.
3 shiny?
3 shiny.
Okay.
Mundane item is 1. Minor item is 2. Amanda, hit us with your shiny spendings, as I'm going to.
So I got distracted by Tim talking about his character.
That's fair.
I do want to spend 1 shiny on an ice pick.
Nice.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
No, actually, continue. Please continue.
Okay.
Spending 1 shiny on ice.
On the ice pick, there is a little bit of blood on the tip of this ice pick.
Oh god. Terrifying.
Just letting you know
Something
that.
out of Fargo. I love it.
Yes. And I think
Should we go back to Tim?
yes.
Tim, what perk does Crag have? I forgot to ask.
Craig's perk is Breaker.
Ooh, what does that do?
Hold on, let me get back to the specific
Scrolling,
description.
scrolling.
Craig is skilled at breaking and destroying things.
Yeah, that checks out.
So when you attempt to destroy an object or structure, make a roll. On a 6, it's broken beyond repair.
Oh, shit.
On a 4 or 5, the GM chooses one effect, which are you draw unwanted attention, you destroy something else that was important, or you accidentally harm someone in the process.
Ooh.
Amazing.
Isn't it nice that our 2 perks are right
Next to each other? Yeah.
Hey, convenient.
They are consecutive.
You gotta love that.
Hooray!
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Did you pick your items? Has anybody picked their items? I guess.
I have not picked my items yet. I was trying to think about that.
Will talking about other things distract you? Should we just take a little intermission
I
while I
think
drink some rum?
So it's the minor item is 1 shiny and the mundane item is 2. Is that correct?
Mundane is 1.
Well, other
Minor
way.
is 2.
Okay, got you.
What do you think of your things?
I think my mundane is my ice pick for 1 shiny,
Uh-huh.
and my minor item.
Yeah.
So in addition to the loincloth, there's actually a little pin that Pickles wears that says official.
Oh, official pen.
It's a little circular pin.
Is that one of your items?
Yes.
That's so good.
That's great. That's a great item.
It's a pin that just says official,
Official.
and that is
Honestly,
a minor item.
The amount of use you can get out of that, I'm sure, will be myriad. Amazing. Thank you.
And those are all my shinies.
Fantastic.
I think I've got mine. I
Let's hear
would
'em.
like to, if you'll allow these, I would like to spend 1 shiny on a palette.
like a paint palette.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have a paint palette for
absolutely.
painting.
Sure.
I do not have paint, but I've got the palette.
No paint. Copy. I will allow that. Absolutely.
Perfect.
And I would like to spend 2 shiny
Okay.
on a single stick of dynamite.
Okay. Any paint on that?
Yes.
There's like a little old paint on it, yes.
Okay. Dynamite with paint. Fantastic. Gotta make a note of that.
Like dried, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that. Okay, that's great.
All right.
We have Pickles, we have Crag. We're going to go over a few rules before we start getting into a little more of the narrative nitty-gritty. So, the way this game works is akin to Himbo. I almost said Himbo Hunt. We don't want to hunt Himbos. We want to hunt treasure with our
Depending
Himbos.
what we're hunting them for.
Yeah, well, it's not at that point.
I
Himbo
could be,
treasure
you
hunt.
know, on the hunt for a himbo.
I always am.
Himbo Treasure Hunt, and akin to Himbo Treasure Hunt and Honey Heist, you all have, there are moves that I'm going to throw at you from the narrative events that you describe. Some events that, moves that I will trigger, that you all will trigger, that I will say, roll me A, are avoid danger, as you may guess, it's for avoiding danger. Cunning ploy for when you are trying to set yourself up for success. In fact, I'm going to read these very quickly because I think they're worth reading the gist of. When you attempt something without regard for the consequences, that is avoiding danger. When you are making preparations or attempting to create an advantage for yourself or your allies, make a roll. That is cunning ploy. Getting violent is any time you use force against someone. It can be trying to move someone out of the way, trying to take something out of somebody's hand. Anytime you're using force, not necessarily trying to harm them or deal them harm. The next one is look around. When you attempt to gather information or search an area, that is what I will tell you to roll. There are a number of questions that you can pick from to answer. They are, what is dangerous here? What is valuable here? What has recently happened here? And what is hidden here? So those are all bits of information you can get from looking around. The fifth move is don't get caught. That's anytime you try to deceive someone or do something without them noticing. That's if you're lying to someone, if you're trying to stealth by somebody, anything in that general field. Don't get caught. The last one is talk it over. When you ask something from someone willing to listen. So this is somebody who is not hostile towards you. If you are trying to ask something of somebody who is not hostile towards you, I believe that would be avoid danger. But it will also depend on the circumstances. Regardless, I think you will get the point. Again, 6 is a full success, and we'll get to what that means for each particular move when we get there. 4 or a 5 is a success with a complication, a mixed success. but which means you succeed, but at some cost, which I will describe to you. And again, 3 or less is a failure. And if there is a 1 on any of your dice, that is a critical failure, which I will also explain when we get there. Regardless of the difficulty, you will never roll more than 3 dice, and you will always roll at least 1 dice. Like I said before, even if there's no applicable trait. You are all going to start out, all of you, are going to start out with 5 points of zeal, which you will see on your character sheet. The little burbles that say zeal. So you're going to start out with 5 points of
Little burbles.
Little burbles. They can be spent at any time to change any roll into an automatic success,
Oh.
which is going to be very important.
Yeah.
Zeal will never replenish, ever. So when you're out, be careful, because that means you might be dead soon. Speaking of being dead, let's talk about harm and death. When your character is injured, right above these little zeal burbles, there are harm burbles. You're going to start at 0, and when you are injured, you're going to get 1 harm. And at the same time, you will roll a single one of your d6. If you roll greater than the amount of harm that your character has, they survive. Which means if you gain 1 point of harm and you roll a 1, you are dead. Unless you spend a point of zeal to counteract it.
Oh, fine.
Yes, so zeal, very important. Otherwise, if you do roll over, you don't have any zeal to spend, you roll over the harm amount that you have, your character, yes, dies spectacularly, is what it says here.
Oh,
Yes.
cute.
And just for your own edification, harm against the NPCs that I will be playing are going to work a little differently. Average people take 1 harm to be taken out of the fight. Those with fighting experience, like guards and mercenaries, take 2 harm. And the biggest and baddest of foes that you will face, adventurers, they basically have, like perks for you, they have their own thing, their own special moves called stunts. Basically, every time you deal harm to them, you guys get to take away one of their special moves or stunts. And when all of their stunts are gone, they are defeated permanently. So,
Is there any way to reduce harm once you get it, or no?
there will maybe be items like potions of healing that can reduce harm, but in this world, they're very rare, I've decided just now.
Okay.
So
no.
Is this
So no.
like
Because
in
it is a
D&D,
one-shot.
does sleeping
No, there is no way to...
can't take a little nappy nap to make it go away?
I just
There's
crawl
nothing in
up
this
on
for
Crag's
this one shot's
shoulder.
purposes. No,
Okay.
absolutely not. So that's basically it. You're gonna have your items, you got your motivations, your perks, all that good stuff. You got your shiny. You have your perk. Any questions before we move on to the phase of deciding who your Dark Lord shall be?
I want to feel good about
I
it.
think we're good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
This is the time where I want to encourage the audience to throw out any ideas that might inspire our players here. Because we're going to, I guess me as well, or any of your fellow audience members, because we're going to decide who your big bad, your boss is. So we're going to figure out who owns the dungeon that you typically call home. We're going to answer the following questions to learn more about them. Who are they? What's their goal? What's their motivation? And I think when we're kind of unraveling who are they, I think, kind of like the same with you, I think the 2 basics we definitely want to nail down. Name, type of creature, as these fantasy type things, it could be a lich, could be a dragon, could be a witch, could be a flagon. It could be anything.
I want a flagon.
It's an evil flagon.
Jamie, homebrew that for later. I feel like that should happen.
Done.
Sweet.
I at least wrote it down. So that's what we're basically going to figure out. Some important things for figuring these things out while people in the chat are throwing out ideas and whatnot, and people at home who are watching it later, pre-recorded, are brainstorming, and wishing they could be here live. The difference between the goal and the motivation for our big bad is very important. A goal is what they ultimately want. It completes their arc. It is, if they get it, end of story. The fucking Infinity Gauntlet, whatever. Their motivation is why they want it. I know you two are actors. You don't need to hear this. But for our folks at home, it's good to have some clarification for that, I think. And then, something for you two to think about while I scan the chat for ideas. I want you to, once we start kind of fleshing out our big bad a little better, you are going to tell us all. You're going to tell us all a quick story of how you came into the dungeon owner's service, or a defining experience you had under the dungeon owner's purview or leadership, I suppose. And then you are going to. We'll get to that part next.
Oh God, there's a
I'll
later.
bring that on you all. It's just the
no.
next thing. It's I call it trauma bonding, but we'll get to that in a sec.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good
So
for us.
this is the part where I scan the chat, and if you do have any general ideas besides Evil Flagon, which is clearly
I mean,
it.
Evil Flagon was my biggest plot. But,
Lich had been my first thought.
Cool.
I was sort of there was definitely a mad scientist sort of vibe in my brain.
Okay,
Hmm.
mad scientist,
But
Lich, Evil
But
Flagon.
I mean, it could be a mad scientist lich.
Is the mad scientist some kind of a creature? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a mad scientist lich.
Could be a mad scientist lich.
I'm okay with mad scientist lich.
Or just
mad
like-
scientist Lich.
Just
I
like
love
a
this.
crazed wizard or.
Okay, it's already been Mad Scientist Lich has already been hands down voted on by the
Great.
chat by Rock Carlos.
Thank you, Rock Carlos.
Also, I do want to incorporate this somehow because I do love this. This could be incorporated, I think, into the goal or motivation. Probably goal. Somebody in the chat says, "Oh, sorry, Tracy. You're right. Sorry, that is you, Tracy. Sorry, I get you, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy. Amazing." Seconding and thirding, really, of the Mad Scientist Lich. So somebody in chat says, your Dark Lord has recruited you to the bottom of the ranks of this organization shaped as a triangle and with a multiple level scheme. Their quest is to get rid of as many artifacts and recruit more toward their evil cause as possible.
I also knew who that is. Thank you, Silas. That's very good.
Thank you, Silas. That's great. So I think that is a goal. I think the goal is to use this triangular-shaped scheme that has multiple levels to get rid of artifacts and recruit. I think the end goal should be to recruit more toward the evil cause. I think the goal is to recruit everybody in this world into the triangle scheme.
All
Does that
right.
sound legit, or is any clarification you all think?
To help recruit people into
Very
the
cool.
triangle.
Mad Scientist Lich triangle scheme. Love that. Love that so much. What about motivations? Active friends. Maybe we can settle this once and for all.
The most motivation. What is the most?
I would love a deeply emotionally compelling reason for this triangle scheme.
Wait, sorry. Give me the prompt again.
What is the
motivation.
motivation?
Why they want to accomplish this goal.
Okay.
Preferably something that's not like to pick up with the world.
No.
Something a little more.
Well, I don't know. Hold on.
What could it be? Why? Why?
You think about that.
I mean, they want to live forever.
Well-
They are a lich.
I'm going to scan the chat for names.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
The one that has been thrown
Okay,
out
maybe-
is
wait.
Dr. Evil.
Maybe they found a way to harvest the essence from living creatures. It comes out as a substance one might describe as sort of oily, and they're trying to bring more people in so that they can harvest more essence from those people to give themselves eternal life.
So the motivation would be to live eternal,
Yes.
basically, or something like that.
Using the oily essence from people
Yes.
in this triangular scheme.
I like this.
Gross.
Indeed.
We
I
all
like
get my
that.
joke,
Yes,
right?
I
Yeah,
got
okay,
you,
Good,
I got you.
Good.
I like that. The only thing is, I kind of want it to be a little, like, almost like, they want the right thing, but they're going about it the wrong way.
Okay.
You know, kind of like something like they're doing it for true love or something like that. Just
Okay.
to give it a little bit of dimensionality to this triangle scheme.
Uh-huh.
Maybe they have a great love who is either under a curse
Ooh.
or deeply ill, and the oily essence
Is to save their love.
is to preserve that person's life.
I love that. I think
They're already a lich.
uncurse-
They're probably going to live forever.
Yeah,
But they need their love to live forever, too.
yeah. They're already a lich.
Yeah.
Now, they couldn't use their lich powers to uncurse their
Exactly.
love. They have to use mad scientist powers, and that's where the oil extraction comes from, I suppose.
Yes.
I like this.
I like this too.
Love
Love conquers all,
and kills people.
and yep, conquers all. Conquers all.
Conquers people.
Oh no.
It
Love
sure
conquers
does.
people.
Okay, the only
We're doing great, guys.
there have been two names that have been thrown out now.
Uh-huh.
We have Dr. Evil for our mad scientist lich.
Uh-huh.
We also have Professor Mr. Sir.
Oh, 100%
Professor Mr.
Sir.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sold. Professor Mr. Sir, the mad scientist lich,
Yes.
who
Is he over there? No.
What,
Oh,
Professor
you're looking
Mr.
for
Sir?
So the little boy, the
The
name
boy.
is an homage to Odin because
Oh.
Mr. Sir and then Professor.
Interestingly,
Mr.
we
Sir.
do address one of our cats as Miss Ma'am a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
oh, that's
I was
Mr.
trying to
Ogre.
find him for the camera. I was like, where is he? It's okay. We'll find
Yeah,
him.
we'll find him one day. He's around here somewhere. So, Professor Mr. Sir, the mad scientist lich, whose goal it is to use their triangle scheme to recruit the entire world, to drain their essence, to uncurse their true love.
I love it.
Tale as old as time.
And no more because that's
And no
copyrighted.
more because it's copyrighted. From the biggest copyright, whatever that word is, sewers.
Yeah.
in the
They're
world.
litigious.
Litigious. Thank you.
They're litigious.
Litigious.
All right.
Public service announcement. Don't fuck with the mouse.
Don't do it.
They sue.
We do. Now, I would like each of you to, as I described before, describe something that went, to tell me a little story about how you came into the service of Professor Mr. Sir, or something that a defining experience that you had.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to go first?
No, you go first.
Okay. So I was an early failed experiment. That's the scar in my skull.
Early.
That's the scar here.
Oh, that's the scar.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love it.
And that's why I walk and I talk and I'm, useful. And it's fine. This is great. But yes, that Professor Mr. Sir, was trying to do some things, make an undead army. I'm not dead, so that's good, I guess. But yeah, started out as a normal porcupine. Experiments happened. Brain surgery happened. Ice pick happened. Now I talk like this.
Is that why you have the ice
Yes.
pick? Fantastic.
That's why the ice pick is very important to me.
Fantastic.
And the blood might be mine.
Cool. Cool and fun.
Jamie is regretting a lot of
I'm
things.
getting
right
also a
now.
lot of flashbacks to another campaign we played.
Oh shit! Right.
Anyway, fantastic.
I
Tim,
forgot about that.
what about you?
I think
No, you didn't.
I was trying to sell my art at a local craft fair,
Okay.
and it wasn't going very well.
Okay.
And then I met a minotaur who was at that craft fair, and he told me all about this organization he was
Oh,
working
no.
for, and
What's
how
that Minotaur's name?
Gronk,
Fantastic. Continue.
and told me all about how he and all these other people were working together in this organization to sort of uplift people and help people, and these lofty goals for it, and painted a picture of like how we could make the world a kinder, more beautiful place. And I really responded to that, so I joined up, and I'm trying to help now.
Nice. Recruited by Minotaur. Love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, another thing, something that we are also going to add to flesh out our world a little bit better.
Okay.
This is the part I call trauma bonding. I would love each of you to describe how something went horribly wrong for your character in the past. And you may add this as an experience under the part that says
Ooh,
experience on your
exciting.
character sheet.
Are we talking like as a part of being this
How we
organization,
met,
or would it be
or-
like before this organization?
Before the organization, just any time in your character's past. It could be during or before. I will say, to clarify, to help you out, like, experiences basically can be called on like traits. So if your experience, for example, is an ice pick fell off the table and hit me in the head, and then I could talk English words, your experience could be like basically I learned to not stand under or like to not be under tables or something like that, or like you can just write it down as an experience, and then
Sure.
we pull on it in the future for our
Sure.
narrative.
Um,
Also, I will say, to assist with this, it is assumed that you two know each other and have been working together for some time and have a shared bond already. So it even could be something from your individual past. Boom. If you know what that is,
Let-
now you may continue. Otherwise, I can talk about something else
All right, wait.
and fill the air.
So we want a shared trauma or individual
Could
trauma?
be shared or
Both.
individual. Either one.
Or
No, no,
either.
just one
just
or
one either.
either.
Okay.
I would feel like we should have individual ones and a
Yeah.
shared one.
I like that. Can we have a
like
shared
that.
and individual one?
No, you just need one, and it can
Okay.
be either one
One
from
shared
your
or individual.
shared history.
So we can have a shared trauma.
You could have a shared.
So we
trauma.
can't-
Yeah, absolutely.
We can't
but
have
we
our
can't have
You can't have
we can't have individual traumas and one that we share.
No.
Correct.
Okay.
One trauma
Yeah, sorry.
only.
Let's do it. Do we want to
One
share
trauma
one?
only, guys.
Only one trauma allowed, in case you folks at home are wondering about your own.
The
trauma.
dream.
Can I have an individual trauma that I can't use mechanically?
Yeah, sure.
When I was a kid, I saw an adventurer monk beat my dad to death.
Terrifying,
God.
horrible, traumatic.
I think honestly, my individual trauma is just the whole fucking brain surgery, but that's okay. But that doesn't need
Do you
that I don't-
remember it? Like, because I feel like you would have to be aware of the trauma and.
I mean, it's not crystal clear. I don't think the sedatives were great.
Remember.
Wait, is that your official one?
No, I think that's just me.
Oh, okay, that's just.
I think that's just
okay.
my life.
Great. Yeah, no, you can pick something
How
that does not involve the other person. You can pick something that does.
porcupine.
But everyone can only write down one under experience.
So what
under-
could be our shared trauma? So, we were working together.
Yeah.
To get people
Okay.
for Professor Mr. Sir. And
What if we had someone we recruited into the
Mm.
organization together, and then we found them having been murdered? It looked like they were like desiccated and like they'd been sucked dry.
Of their
Like,
oils?
like something had been extracted from
From
them,
them.
No.
and adventurers must have done it.
yeah, that sounds legit.
Hmm.
It must have been the
It was
adventurers.
the adventurers.
Of course.
All right.
Of course.
Friend or new recruit?
Well,
murder?
recruit too.
We're like a family
Okay.
here.
Just have to check. Friend.
I hurt so
Murder.
much, Tim.
This hurts me so badly.
I might even write friend murdered parentheses drained. And let's just to give it a little bit of specificity, so that might be able to be called
Friend
fantastic.
Wait, should we identify who that friend was?
George.
George.
Of course.
George
the
Kobold!
George the Kobold, of
Poor
course.
George.
Every good evil organization needs a kobold. Damn. It's a shame what happened.
He was a good friend and a great member of our downline.
The most importantly, really. Fantastic. So, one last thing before we move to the last and final phase before we actually dive into this juicy narrative. So, I would like to explain, because you just wrote down something under your experience sheet. You're going to be erasing and writing things throughout the entire game. Because every time you fail, every time you roll a 3 or lower, bad things will happen.
Mm.
And you will learn from them. So,
Oh, that's nice.
from those, I know, that's why this is a fantasy game. So when that does happen, it is only critical failures.
Oh.
Regular failures will not go down, but critical failures will allow you to write down a short phase describing what you learned from the experience. For example, if you critically failed to hop over a wall, you could learn always look for doors or something to that effect. And you could write that down in your experience, and then you could call upon it as if it were a trait.
Okay.
And every time you use it, you roll a dice. Sometimes you get to keep it. Sometimes you lose it. Sometimes other stuff happens. We'll cross that bridge when we come.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. So, now, we fleshed out our characters. We fleshed out our big bad Professor Mr. Sir, the mad scientist lich, kind of seems like a hat on a hat to me. Like if you're going to be but we've all learned he became a mad scientist for a very good reason.
Yeah.
Lich powers can't save
Was he,
his
a
true
lit,
love.
he was a lich first and then became a mad
I feel
scientist?
like that's gotta
I feel
be.
like that's important.
He
yeah.
used to just be Mr. Sir.
Yeah.
The professor was added later.
I guess it could go the other way around, but
I think it's better if he was a
Yeah.
lich
I
first.
agree.
I did too. I did too.
And yeah, I agree. He was originally
He
a
was
lich
Mr.
named
Sir.
Mr. Sir, and then he became Professor
Mr. Sir when he became mad scientist.
Checks out. Is his true love also a lich that has been cursed? That can only be fixed with oil, or is their true love not a
I think
lich?
she's a
I
lich.
don't think so.
Okay. That was my gut instinct as well. I like the last question.
She's just really understanding and sweet.
Aw. What's her name?
I feel like I've been tossing out a lot of names.
Eyes are on the chat, too.
Angelica.
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 Oh, that's great.
That's so good. Why, she's practically angelic.
Exactly.
The tale of true love between Professor Mr. Sir and Angelica.
Angelica.
Lovely. Angelica, sir? Are they married? Are they married yet? Or
I think they're married.
they're not married yet? No, that's why they want them to
Yeah, it's a
That's fair.
complicated thing.
Dang.
I think they are engaged though.
Yeah.
Engaged.
Yeah.
Fiance.
It's been a long engagement.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm sure. Fantastic.
But when you're a lich, you have time. So
Yeah. So, during a longer campaign of this, in between sessions, we would do these things called dungeon actions, which are fun things that basically, like, cause things to happen in the world that prompt you all to go out and interact with the world. But since we are just starting out, we're going to do every single dungeon action right now.
oh
Sweet.
shit. Oh god.
Yes.
Should I pull up the book here?
Do we need
be
to see
helpful?
them or
Nah,
no?
you get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got all the stuff written down.
Great.
So it's how events in the world are generated. Basically,
Mm.
there's potential upsides, potential downsides, all depending on how you roll. And each one of you is going to roll for each one of these dungeon actions.
Great.
So, each one of you is going to gain a shiny from having raided a village in the past on behalf of Professor Mr. Sir.
Sweet. Wait, where are the
So, shiny should be. Where the fuck? There's no space for
There's
shiny.
no space for
Go ahead and write it
shiny.
down under items. Just
Yeah.
write shiny under items because that makes sense.
Shiny.
And then you can just do a column and do tally marks.
Okay.
So you're all going to start with one shiny from having raided a village,
Okay.
and you can also actually write this down as. Oh, actually, sorry, this is for me to write down. This is your notoriety. This is the thing that makes adventurers come to attack you,
Aw.
and your big bad. And the more notoriety you get, the more likely adventurers will show up. So both of your notorieties go up by 1, so your notoriety is 2.
Ooh.
So.
Is that for you to write down?
This is for me to write down.
So I don't need to write that down?
You're good. I would love both of you to roll a d6, however. And if you roll less than or equal to 2, I will create an adventurer to pursue you, and your notoriety does get reset. What'd you get?
One.
Let's go with
2.
1 and a 2. Perfect.
Both
So
less than or equal to 2.
yes, but your notoriety does get reset. So I'm just going to call that a single adventurer because Tim did roll first, and technically it would have been.
Okay.
Wait.
No, I rolled a 1.
That's true. You rolled a 1, so it would have been reset, and then you rolled. Oh no, yeah, it still would be just 1. Yeah, because you
Okay.
rolled under a 2.
Yeah.
It would be reset to
Set
1,
to 1
and then you rolled
and then
a 2.
So okay.
So just a single additional adventure.
So there are 2 adventurers.
Yes, there are. That I will throw into this
this thing.
adventure of yours to hammer
We
you.
know who they are.
You might.
Okay.
We'll find out.
They might be very similar to some characters that have appeared on this very stream
Oh
in
no.
other forms. We'll see. Or maybe even characters that you've told me about from your past.
Oh
Great.
no. I have concerns.
Yes. They are going to be rolled randomly, so,
Great.
It'll be a fun, good time. You all in your past have meddled with magic. Please, go ahead and tell me what magic your character would have meddled with in the past, something you would have tried to accomplish, and then when you've done that, hold your d6 up in the air, like you just do care about magic.
My meddling with magic, I think it would have to do with, I tried to just make myself, so I have spines and they're pokey, but I also have been tried to make them like hard, like armor, because I'm small and people get close to stepping on me and it's scary.
Trying to make your offense your defense.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Honestly, same girl. So to make them also like armor. I love
Yes.
this. Okay. Roll a d6.
Okay.
Same rules apply as the general game.
2.
2. On a 3 or less, the magic backfires.
Yep.
Okay. I think. Ooh.
Ooh, this is going well, guys.
I think your spines,
Mhm.
while still very pointy at the tip of the spines and very usable as
Yeah.
an offensive maneuver,
Sure.
the spines themselves are actually quite floppy and do not provide any defense. In fact, they don't even provide the basic defense that spines would normally
Oh, great.
provide.
Cool. Uh-oh.
I'm writing weak-ass spines.
We guess fine. That's just me always.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm fine. I do
So
yoga.
Tim,
Yeah.
what magic did your character Crag meddle in?
I tried to learn to cast color spray so that I could make
Sorry,
people see
I have
pretty
to interrupt
colors.
real quick because chat came up with an even better idea.
Oh.
Your spines are like umbrellas. They can like open and close, but they're usually closed, so they don't work as a defense. Do we like this? What do we like? Umbrella spines or weak ass spines?
I'm happy for spinebrellas.
I'm
Spinerellas?
into spinerellas.
Spinerellas it is.
Oh my god.
Spinerellas it is. Tim,
I tried to learn to cast color spray so that I could show people pretty colors.
love this. That makes
I could
perfect sense.
cast it right at them and they'd see pretty colors.
Oh god.
I love this.
That's how that spell
Go ahead and roll a d6 to see how that magic went.
5.
Ooh.
5. On a 5, you discover the need of some odd component that is required for this magic to be pulled off. So you were still on this quest.
Does he need paint?
For color spray? Yes. Quest, color spray. So you have acquired a character motivation, basically. Color spray and the special reagent you need. I'm gonna say it's more than just regular paint. I'm gonna say it's magic paint.
Okay.
Arcane paint.
Need arcane
No,
paint.
it's arcane paint.
Put that by the
I'm
motivation.
gonna try and portmanteau them, but they really don't work.
Arcane paint.
That's the one. Arcane paint.
Arcane paint?
Arcane paint.
No.
To cast color spray, you are going to need the odd component of arcane paint, and for every time you gather a component, you can roll an additional die in addition to the one that you already get to roll for this for subsequent games. So you can look for it this game.
Great.
Yes.
Okay.
Last and lastly, we're going to you all at some point, perhaps you were even part of this scouting party. You all at least sent a scouting party. Whether or not you were part of it can be up to you. But I need you to give me. Yep, I need you to give me a random word as a prompt. Does not have to do with scouting or anything. Or if you like, you can both roll a d6, and I will pick a random word from the random word generator I
wanna
have
roll?
before me that I will be
Do you just
using
wanna
during this game.
Yeah, I was gonna Google random word, but just
I have a
rolling
word
is
in my head, but we can
Hit
just
me with a random word.
fuzzy.
Fuzzy. Okay.
fine. Armistice.
Okay. For fuzzy, roll a d6 because that affects this random word prompt.
3.
3.
I'm
I'm going to
concerned
reveal
with
a
how
new
these rolls are
opportunity nearby. Fuzzy. I'm going to say that there is a desert nearby.
Ooh.
I'm going to say that there is a desert nearby that is so hot that anyone who travels through this desert, everything becomes blurry and hazy and fuzzy.
Oh.
And it is called the Fuzzy Flats.
I have broken the lead on this pencil so many times.
Well, don't do that.
Well, thank you for the advice.
You're welcome. I'm here to be helpful.
Thank you for your help. Tim, what about
Yeah,
you?
Armistice.
Armistice. Go ahead and roll a d6.
2.
2. Okay. I'm gonna same thing. I'm gonna reveal a new location, a new opportunity nearby. I'm gonna say for Armistice. I think that there is a massive supply of oil draining. Yeah, I think there is like a magic orb of oil draining that a whole stash of orbs of oil draining. Each has a one use, so it's very important that there's a whole stash of them. That is located in a different place than the Fuzzy Flats. I'm gonna say it's in like a vault. Let's see, it's like a... You know, better, dragons or dwarves?
Dwarves.
A dwarven security vault, full of these essence-draining orbs. A whole stash of them. A cache of them, let's say. So...
Cash and a stash.
Yeah, I know, right? A vault of essence-draining orbs in dwarven vault. Cool.
Silas, no, I don't want to do another heist.
Oh, you knew I had to throw a heist in.
Fuck.
Cool. And any other locations? We are just going to make up, like, for example, does Professor Mr. Sir's dungeon have a particular name, or is it the dungeon of Professor Mr. Sir? I think we should give it a name.
I think so,
a name
too.
would be
Yeah.
fun.
It is the love boat.
The what?
The love boat.
The love boat. So it is a boat, or is it not a boat? Is that a
It's
misnomer?
not a boat.
It's not a boat,
But it is called,
It's called
the love boat.
but it is.
Like an old ramshackle boat, maybe made into a dungeon, or
It
is
is-
it
okay.
not at all a boat?
It is
I'm
under. It
on
is.
board
It is
either
in
way.
the ocean.
But
Okay.
it's not a boat.
Ooh, I love that. What is it? If it's not a boat, I need to know what it is.
It is.
It is an offshore research platform. Offshore, like an offshore
I love
research
this.
station.
An
that he built.
offshore research platform.
It is in excess of 3 miles from the nearest coast.
I love it. Fantastic. But of course, you probably have boats and stuff if you're sending out scouting
Like
parties and
little skips
whatnot.
and things, yeah.
Of course. I love this. Our world is created. Our characters are created. What say we dive into our
I'm
adventure?
gonna be real clear, by the way, that I'm just in my head picturing the research station from fucking Deep Blue Sea.
Honestly, let's go with that.
All right,
Solid.
let's play this game.
Fantastic. So,
One small change.
oh
Uh,
yes. Do you want me to abbreviate Professor Mr. Sir, Professor Mr. Sir to PMS?
I mean, it's
Was that is that really what you came in to suggest?
literally,
amazing.
Did you just talk about it?
No, I just read it in the chat as you were coming in. Yeah,
that's
sorry.
right. All right.
Amazing. Thank you, Sarah.
The chat's not updating in real time on my screen here.
Oh,
Here, I'll tilt it towards you. So we can
Oh, no, wait, I got it now.
Oh, okay, tight.
PMS. Oh no.
So, you are at. It is a typical day.
Side note, I think
Yes.
that's the abbreviation at the beginning of the names of all our boats.
the PMS.
Yeah.
The PMS cranky. The PMS crampy.
The PMS heavy flow, yes.
Oh, that's damn. All right,
Rude.
fair enough. Also rude. Yes, we are being rude. So let me just make sure there's nothing I've forgotten to relay to you all. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Let's do it.
So you're just gonna be some sweet ass minions. Oh, I was to remind you, feel free to just go wild and crazy. A, because you're a minion, but B, because this is a one shot. So really,
What
go
else are we
nuts.
doing?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't mind if I do.
So it is a typical, lovely, beautiful schmooze day in this fantasy world of
Krognia.
Perfect.
Krognia. Fantastic. In this beautiful, fantastical, magical, wondrous world of Krogia, you are.
I want to be fair, I said Krognia.
Frognia.
Excuse me,
How
my N
dare you?
was invisible. Krognia, the fantastical world of Krognia, at the evil base of PMS, otherwise known to the entire world as Professor Mr. Sir, the diabolical, mad scientist lich, who you are under his employ.
Mm.
You, Pickles, the minion awakened porcupine, and you, Crag Thompson,
Hello.
the ogre with ambitious art school dreams.
Yeah.
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 So,
Yeah.
This is fantastic already. So I need both of you to please roll me a d6 as I go to our first random word prompt that will prompt our adventure to begin.
3.
3.
I haven't rolled above the 3 any time, and I'm concerned about
Do
this.
you want to borrow a die? Just use a different one than those.
I have d6s. You need a d6.
I have like
Oh,
a
you're
bunch
trying to
right-
put it in dice jail.
bunch
No,
right
you got-
here.
You got dice. I mean, if they're all really
Okay.
failing you,
I mean, we'll see. Okay. One more chance, and then
I'm a whole ass dice bag.
I know.
oh, that's nice. So 3
Side
and
note, Silas, who's in the chat, made this for me.
It's a
Ooh,
baby.
wow, well done.
He's very talented.
Oh, yeah,
I rolled a 1.
a 1.
Oh, no.
Fantastic. Our word is tent.
is what?
Tent.
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 Like,
So-
okay.
Yeah, look at. You all are called into the throne room / laboratory of Professor Mr. Sir.
It's totally normal that his lab has a throne in it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be spending, it was one of those things
He
where,
works hard. He needs a place to
Yeah.
sit.
of course, it started as like his liches tomb / throne room, and then as they became a mad scientist, it was like, well, I might as well just have all my equipment in the throne room, you know?
Yeah.
At least that's what
Fair.
Professor Mr. Sir said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, PMS invites you into their throne room laboratory, and Professor Mr. Sir beckons you forward with a long, arcing, bony finger to draw you closer so that they might speak with you.
I do like bend down and like hands on my knees as I lean in to get
And
closer.
I just scurry up onto Crag's shoulder. So I'm
What
at eye
is
level.
it, sir?
Yeah.
What do you need?
My 2 most punctual minions. Thank you for coming.
Punctual.
You're welcome.
Sorry, keep going. It's fine.
I have a very, very important mission for you too. It is crucial and of the utmost import to my desires to bring back. And he actually gets off his throne and kind of dramatically like leaps across, more nimbly than you would expect of one so dead, kind of leaps over to the sleeping, cursed body of Angelica, his tragically cursed fiance, where he kind of dramatically throws himself over her body that is thrown with a white sheet
What
over
is
it.
she laying on? Is it like a bed or like
Picture a Dr.
sepulcher?
Frankenstein,
Yeah, okay.
like,
Or like one of
table.
those tables.
Yeah, one
Okay.
of those strap ones that can be kind of
how
lifted
many
and lowered.
tables are in this lab?
A few more actually.
Okay.
This
There is one that
definitely
is
the
porcupine
nicest.
sized.
There, yes, that has a blood across it.
Yes.
And a dust mark where there was clearly a ice pick sitting long ago.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I just like stare at it for a little bit.
Oh, Angelica! We shall bring you back if it is the last thing that Pickles and Crag ever do.
I'll walk over and put a hand on his shoulder and go, hey, yeah, we will.
Yes, you will.
What do you need, boss?
You will die trying. As is the rule
Oh,
here at the
that
Outpost.
sounds okay.
No, you know it was what you signed up for.
Did I sign up for
Oh, I thought I made that clear.
that? Okay.
Well, now it should be very clear. You will
Okay,
die
yeah.
trying. Or do
Oh.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll just do
Any
it.
problems? Great.
Oh.
So, here's the deal.
Yeah.
There is a giant whose oil I need. It's very special oil. And I believe that this might be the secret. This oil might be the very chemical I need. It's going to be a lot of very technical, scientific words that your proportionally minute brains will not be able to understand, but
Yeah, you're correct.
just trust.
Okay, well, I
Do you think you know the word?
oil,
Please,
yes.
Pickles.
I mean, I know the word oil.
That wasn't the word, but
Oh.
that's good that you know that, because that is very crucial to my mission.
What is the word?
The word is chemical.
No, I
Oh,
don't.
well, I do know that word too.
Okay, great,
I
good.
feel about 75% on that word.
Okay, that's actually way better, Crag, than I thought this would ever be. Congrats!
Thank you.
Double thumbs up, buddy!
And I do trust you, sir. Professor, Mr. Sir.
Yes, good.
As I say before every mission, as long as you tell me that what we're doing is going to help people, I believe you. No further questions necessary.
Yes. Yes, it will. And he reaches down his hand and he just kind of runs it up the white sheet, just kind of like smushing Angelica's face from above the sheet.
Like a
weird.
Like
a fucking John Travolta in Face Off
but opposite.
face waterfall.
But yeah, not an
opposite.
upside down face waterfall, like one of
Okay.
these. It's too sensual, and especially for somebody as bony as he.
It clicks.
This giant is an immortal.
Oh.
Okay.
But
So we might be able to extract the oil without like hurting him then.
no, you'll have to hurt them.
It's a shame,
How
but
big is
you know,
this?
greater good.
Giant!
How big is this giant?
Giant! Positively giant enormous, as they
oh,
say.
Oh, you
So-
say that? Yes.
He, or they, I actually don't know.
Oh.
They are immortal, and they cannot be killed. But luckily, the oil is in their blood. So I need you to track them down. They live high up in the mountains, for they are a mountain giant.
No,
They are the mountain king. in
The
fact.
Mountain King. Do you know their name?
I do not. You should ask them before you extract their heart.
Well-
Because that is what I need you to do.
Oh, the whole heart.
Yes.
Okay.
And their heart will keep beating. And they will keep living without it. But I just need the heart. For that is where that sweet, sweet oil comes from. That I need so desperately for sweet Angelica.
Okay. How do we find him if we don't have a
Yeah.
name?
I
though?
know what mountain
Do you have
they are on.
Do you have a location on that mountain?
The top, the
Or-
very, very
like
freaking top.
And how
the peak
tall-
of
The
it, the
absolute
tippy
peak.
top.
And how tall is
Freaking
this
top.
mountain in comparison to us?
Oh, it's giant.
More or less giant.
So
than
it's the big
than
one.
This.
More than the giant,
Okay.
but still definitely, in fact, doubly so than you.
Bigger
Is it the
than
kind
us,
of mountain
bigger
that
than
has like a
giant.
pointy top or like a
Oh,
flat
that's
top?
true. Yeah, that's
You
a
know,
good
I
question.
haven't been myself, but I'm
Well, if you know the
sure it's quite
mountain-
pointy. It's Mount Point?
So he's just on the top of it, but
Sorry,
it's a
no, I
pointy
fucked
top?
that up. It's not Mount Point, it's Point.
Point.
I didn't name it. Don't look at
Okay.
me.
I need to.
But he's just on the top of a pointy top mountain. What's he doing up there?
That's where they've always lived, as far as I know.
So,
According to our intelligence.
On the point?
Yes!
so if
I mean,
you
I don't know if
along-
they're sitting on it or if they're
Maybe-
Well, you said he
back
was
around.
right at the top.
I don't know. They're at the top because they say, our intelligence, that they live at the top of the mountain.
So
It was
we
the
pushed
last
them
piece
off
of
the
intelligence
I mean, you're the,
George ever got.
you're the one who got this information. I'll just have to trust you. I don't have any
George, what,
intelligence.
George of the Kobold, our dear departed
Oh,
friend,
George.
may he rest wherever he is.
We'll miss you,
We
George.
buried him.
I guess he's there then. Was the last bit of intelligence George ever was able to recuperate for us.
Wait, is this giant king the one who drained George?
Honestly, I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't want to put any bias in either of your heads, but
Okay, so
probably.
we get his heart. Or their heart, sorry.
Yes, moderator.
Oh.
A little quieter.
Just for you.
Okay, thank
Just for
you.
you. Turn down your mic. Whatever's better.
Thank you, thank you. Okay.
Oh no. We must get revenge
Okay.
for George.
We're gonna have to.
So you see,
not
it's really a
revenge.
mission.
It's justice.
Well, that's fair.
It's not just business.
Justice for George.
It's personal.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, point, it's probably not very far from here. Actually, would you please, whoever has the map, I forget which one of you keeps the map, pull out the map, please. And as you do, but one of you please roll me, in fact, both of you please roll me a d6, says the game master.
I rolled a 4. I rolled above a 3 finally.
Nice.
4.
All right.
Two, four.
Go
Fantastic.
team.
go. Same.
right.
Okay, great.
You
Um,
have worked for me today.
so, you'll have to, there's a couple things.
Okay.
Point, you see.
Yeah.
It is a fair ways away. First of all, it's on land, so there's that already. And the minute you land, you're going to get to the curved rocks shore.
Curved rocks.
Yes, the curved rock shore is not going to be an easy place to dock or to navigate up. We have never tried to foray across the curved rock shore for that very reason, but,
Why is it so hard to dock there?
well, there are many curved rocks.
That-
Ah.
Sharp.
So is it like a cliff situation, or is it
Yes.
Okay, so
And
not
whatever you were
like
going to say next. What were you going to say next?
I was just wondering if so there's no really like beach like port area. It's just
Oh, no, I see. That was an either or thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Oh,
is a cliff
Oh,
with curved rocks like crescent moons, from what I understand, just jutting out at odd angles.
that kind of sounds pretty.
Oh, it does.
It does sound pretty. Let me know if it's pretty if you make it back.
Oh,
When
make
we
a
make-
note of it, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So once you get to the top of the curved rock shore / cliffs, you're going to walk for a bit through some more rocky terrain, and then you're just going to head as far east as you can until you reach the Fuzzy Flats Desert.
Well, I've heard
You
of
said
those.
head east.
Yes, head east.
East from the curved rock shore
Yeah.
to the fuzzy flats.
Yes, indeed. And then when you get to the top there, when you get to the other side of the desert, you should just try. From what I understand, the Fuzzy Flats are a magical desert where once you start walking,
Yeah.
they will take you where you want to go.
Ooh, that's useful.
If you have time on the way back, obviously when you cross the Fuzzy Flats, you're going to be thinking, I am going to Point. I am trying to find the Mountain King's tent. And I am going to rip out his heart. You're going to be thinking all of that.
Tent?
Yes.
On the top of the mountain.
Yes, he has a tent on the top of the mountain.
Lives in a-
Don't say yes.
No, he lives in a tent.
He's the king of the
You'd
mountain
think
and has
a
a
king
tent.
would have, like,
Is it a
a
nice
castle
tent?
or
I
something.
don't know anything more than I'm telling you now, children. So,
I'm 43.
you know it's just the affectionate name I call all of you cute little minions.
Okay.
Anyway, so you'll be thinking about Point, but on the way back with this mountain giant heart, if you can, if you're not too tired, it would be great if you could stop by the Vault of Essence. It is a vault that exists in the Fuzzy Flats that was built centuries ago by dwarves under the sandy dunes. They have
I
a
know. It's
stash.
the Vault of Essence was in a different place than the Fuzzy Flats.
No, it's actually in the Fuzzy
Oh,
Flats.
okay.
Well, sorry, it's you can get there by going through the Fuzzy Flats because the Fuzzy
Ah.
Flats,
Tell you
you know,
that
they take you where you want to go as
it's
long as it's adjacent to the Fuzzy Flats.
Right.
Oh.
Anyway, you get to the Vault of Essence, created centuries ago by dwarves. They have a cache there of life essence draining orbs. If you can break into there and steal me some of them there orbs, I could revive Angelica.
And then you
Tomorrow
have the
morning.
cure for this condition for the whole world.
And once I get what I want, I help you get what you want.
Thank you. That's so nice of you.
Of course, I'm doing this all for the best of reasons.
Of course.
As I tell you every morning
Yeah.
when I wake you up.
And that's how I know it's true. It's because you tell me so much.
I shake you too gently. I put one of my bony fingers up your nose and I say, good morning, sweet minion. Today might be the day we bring Angelica back for good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would prefer you didn't stick the finger at my nose. It's a little reminiscent of things.
You know I have to, though. It's
Fair
a
enough.
thing that I have to
You
do.
know, he does
That's
the
fair.
things. He does
I know.
things because they have to be done.
I know. I was
Because
just
Angelica
saying,
used to do it to me every morning to wake
How
me up.
It's such
romantic.
a sweet story.
Now I do it to you. It's very romantic and very affectionate and very sweet.
Okay. All right.
Well, look at the time. You know what to do, right?
Yeah.
Great.
All right, let's get on a boat.
Again, once more, can I just hear it from you, just to be sure it's all kind of... this is another fancy.
We're gonna
downloaded.
We're gonna get one of the boats,
Yes.
sail to the curved rock shore.
Yes.
Once we get there, we go east through. I dropped my pencil. We go through more rocks, then head east through the fuzzy flats, across the desert to Point. Tear at the heart of a giant. Seems easy. And as we come back, we hopefully have time and energy to stop by the Vault of Essence and to get or things.
And then maybe if we were efficient, we'll stop and get some donuts or something
Oh,
on
a
the way back
sandwich.
for the lair. I could use a sandwich. That sounds good.
Do you have
Do you
any
want
sandwiches
a
to
sandwich or a
Okay, look.
donut or anything?
Yes.
I would take a donut, but only because I miss them, and I want to stare upon one again. As you know, as a lich, I cannot eat and feast upon
Do you
donuts.
have any
I
sandwiches?
thought you just didn't have to.
Yeah, they'll just knock down my bones, so it's kind
Oh.
of just pointless.
Do you have any sandwiches? A little like lunchbox? On our way.
Hold on. He turns around and starts looking through something that looks a lot like a mini fridge, but it's definitely like a fantasy stone box.
I mean, a lot of people work here, right?
Okay,
One would assume there would have to be like a commissary.
well, there is a place
That
where
was
you
out
can
of
eat,
character.
Of course, but I don't. You would know if they're sandwiches.
Yeah.
They're not high.
Well, I just wanted to know if you
I,
had-
I, Tim, I,
Oh,
Tim,
this
am
is you, Tim.
asking,
Sorry.
is there a commissary?
Yeah, you.
I just
There
wanted-
could be. Yes, there
The
is. a
minion,
commissary.
there's a lot of minions,
Absolutely.
right? We'd have to
Love
eat.
boat? Yeah.
I just really wanted PMS
There's a
to
commissary?
make us a lunchbox.
Do you
It's
have?
called the galley.
That's
called the galley?
Because it's a love boat.
Will you pack a lunchbox?
Please.
Oh, ask the folks on the galley to do it. I've got work to do.
Okay.
For Angelica, but I love you, and you're
Love
going to
you
do
too.
perfectly.
Thank you.
Don't die.
All right, let's go to the galley.
Off to the galley.
To the galley.
Turn around so I can pat you on the back.
A turnaround.
Do good.
Ow. And then my little umbrella spines will.
I just take the time to like fold 4 of them down.
Sorry, that was startling. All right, to the galley to get sandwiches.
Yes, and then immediately go.
Yes, of course, after sandwiches.
Yes.
You get
Good luck.
I go to the galley.
All right, you step out. All the doors are those kind of like submarine, like vault-style doors. So you go through a number of those, down a number of metal hallways, and reach the galley. Where you see a number of other
Just out of
minions.
in logistical terms,
Please.
how much wider than me are the hallways?
Because he has an array of minions, I think Professor Mr. Sir would have made sure that these hallways are fairly large.
Okay, this is not like
Yeah,
we're not
you're
like
not-
going through like submarine doors.
No. It's
Corridors,
a large
okay.
kind
It's
of
just called the-
offshore research platform.
Right, okay.
Yeah. There's room for you to move without crouching. It's like 10 feet by 10 feet.
Walking.
You get to the galley.
What a good guy.
Yeah. Rubs that scar on forehead. It's fine. I'm fine.
It's just nice being a part of an organization where I really feel like I'm doing good for the world.
I agree. That's nice. I mean, Angelica seemed nice. And
Oh, she's quiet.
I mean, she's very
But-
quiet, but you know, she has a very pretty face.
She does.
And you know, that silent rictus of death does seem to have a very sweet disposition under it.
She
So
looks like she'd be good at singing pretty songs if she
Yeah.
could sing or talk.
yeah, if she had working vocal cords, I think
Yeah.
that I think that seems like a legitimate thing to assume of her. Yes.
I'm gonna knit her a hat.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Yeah.
I pull out one of my spines and hand it to you for a knitting needle.
Oh, thank you.
Oh. That
Ow.
would be interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
So to the galley. I want a sandwich.
A spider person.
Oh,
Just, what do you want?
a sandwich.
Sandwich?
Is there a special today?
Yes.
What is the sandwich?
Human sandwiches.
Human sandwiches?
Yes.
I don't like human. I'll just take egg salad.
Oh, can I have peanut butter and jelly? Raspberry jam.
Peanut butter jelly raspberry jam. Yes.
Thank you.
You see flurry of movement from the legs, and then a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with jam. Is that what you said?
Please live with raspberry jam.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Cool.
peanut butter and jam sandwich. I'm sorry.
Peanut butter and jam.
Yes.
And what did you say?
Egg salad.
Whatever it is. Oh yeah, that's sure.
Thank
Here
you.
you go. Pushes a sandwich in front of you.
Thank you.
Oh, actually, can I
These are
just-
never big enough for me. Can I have a second one? Go pack 2 for later.
Yes, I should have made you a bigger one.
I
Here you
eat-
go.
I
I always
eat
forget.
half
I always
of-
forget.
I eat half of it. Can I actually have the rest of this to go?
Thank
Thank you.
In a frenzy of saran wrapping.
Thank you.
Evil.
All right, and I munch on the other half of my recipe.
And then off to the.
The boats.
I was gonna say motor pool, but that's not right.
Docks?
The dock.
I guess the docks.
Yeah, to the
Yeah.
docks. We go.
The docks.
To the dock. You all head with your sandwiches. So, yours probably finished very
Very.
quickly.
It's like a bite each.
I'm going.
And I'm just nibbling on my half of a sandwich.
Oh my god. Amazing. You all arrive to the docks. There is your usual favorite boat to take over, which is called the PMS as established.
Shark Week.
PMS Shark Week.
Yeah.
PMS Shark Week. Yeah, I was going to say, we should have you name this for sure. PMS Shark Week.
I feel great about my choices.
You should.
Fantastic. You don't know what this boat name really refers to, but it's a good boat. It's a good vessel. I think it's probably not a rowboat based on your size there, Crag. I think it is probably like a skiff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, a little bit bigger than a rowboat, but nowhere near as big as like a bigger ship. I'm trying to, a gallery. What is that? Is it a
Galley?
Galley? Is it also called a galley?
Galleon.
A galleon. Thank you. I thought you said galley. And I was like,
I did
that's
say
not
galley.
Oh, you
There
did?
is a type of ship called a galley.
it?
I think
I think both are things.
Okay, the galley's a thing. It's the mess hall in a ship.
Yeah.
Galleon is the
Yeah,
ship.
you're
totally
right.
right.
I
No, a galley is also a type of
A
ship.
galley's also a type of
A
ship.
galley is a type of ship which relies. A galley was a type of ship. Ah!
Sailors need to get their shit together.
Why did they name so many things the same? All right,
Again.
we'll figure it out later.
Yeah, it's all good. You hop aboard the skiff that is the PMS Shark Week, and you two begin to activate its magically operated motors to head back to shore. Watching the massive, offshore research platform shaped like a skull, a large kind of jagged metallic skull with big mad scientist goggles atop its head. You quickly begin to lose that in the horizon behind you.
Were they added later?
Yeah, they're very clearly added later. They're made of wood and glass. And you all quickly leave that behind, and it is not long, maybe a couple hours sail before you arrive at the jagged, like perilous-looking curved rock shore/cliffs.
Hey, Pickles.
Yeah.
You ever look out at the ocean when
Yes.
we're on the boat or on the
Yes.
station
Mm-hmm.
and just like wonder what's across it?
I mean, it's land. We've been
But
on
like,
it.
yeah, I mean, I know that, but like, on the other side.
Metaphysically?
What?
Do you mean metaphysically on the other side, as in like spiritually? I think
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I think there was a moment where I was dead, technically. But I'm better.
Scoop Pickles up in my hand. Just Pickles.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me real sad when you talk about you dying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna make sure you're okay, Pickles.
Thank you.
Always.
It was only a moment. I got better.
I'm glad.
Do you want the rest of my sandwich?
Okay. No. Because if you had died, like, for real that time, we'd have never met, and we'd have never been friends.
That's true. That would
You're
be sad.
a good friend,
Aw,
Pickles.
thank you.
Oh, a touching moment. And then the ship is rocked!
Ah!
Smashed to one side as some unknown sea monster
Ah, shit.
has smashed the ship from below.
I'm just gonna lean over the side and go, hey! Who did that?
So, I would like you to roll me...
D6?
I think this is... So I think this is look around, which they do say is like the one that it's like the basically like the catch-all.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Roll a d6.
5.
Okay. So
Also 5.
also a 5. Okay. Actually, I just needed Tim to roll.
sorry.
So no, it's okay. I'll call you out specifically if I do want
Oh, okay,
you to.
sorry.
Kind of like yeah. It's
Yep.
basically similar.
Understood.
Cool. So 4 over 5. I'm going to answer one of the questions. The questions again being what is dangerous here, what is valuable here, what has happened recently here, and what is hidden here.
Okay.
And the question I will answer is: you said, "Hey, who did that?"
Who did that?
Hey, who did that? Perfect. So you will see far below the dark fathoms of water, you will see an eye that certainly is at least 5 times larger than the ship you two are in. That is a glowing, vertical pupiled eye that is staring at you from fathoms beneath the dark, briny sea.
Hi. Why did you do that to our boat?
It simply stares back at you.
Do you know this person?
Do I know them? Have I seen this eye before on any of my travels?
Go ahead and roll my d6. I'll try and look around.
So stupid. 6.
Okay. All right, cool. That means you get to ask one question from the following list, which is very good. So again, as you have in front of you, what is dangerous here? What is valuable here? What has recently happened here is what is hidden here. So you have a chance to turn the narrative in your favor with this.
And what was hidden was the eye.
I honestly, the question I was answering was what is dangerous
What is
here?
dangerous here?
But
Okay.
also it does answer that
is
as
hidden?
well.
Okay.
But you could answer the same question again if you wanted. And change the thing.
I would like to actually
I feel like
I think if that's what is dangerous, I want to know what is hidden, as in sort of, what's more than this eye.
Absolutely, yes. No, I love this. I think the thing that is hidden is you, as you are like trying to remember if you know this guy, as you see this eye, you also see the very long the
Eyelashes.
stick-on lashes on this massive eye that is lit up by the massive glowing eye itself. You, but not your friend here, have encountered this sea creature once before.
What's their name?
Trisha.
Trisha.
Trisha the Kraken.
Oh.
And you know that Trisha is usually harmless to all boats coming out of the Love Boat Offshore Research Laboratory. They just need to identify themselves with the secret signal.
Sure.
That you know.
Yes.
And you'll do for us.
Yes. All of my spines do their umbrella thing, and
You do that. The eye, you both can see the eye kind of gives you a sassy okay, and a little wink, except it is like a slow, ponderous wink, and then you see it slowly start to just turn away.
Trisha, the eyelashes are looking better.
Oh, was that Trisha?
That was Trisha.
I've never actually met Trisha. I've
She's
just
real
heard a
nice.
lot about her.
She's real nice. Thank you.
The force from Trisha blinking, you do know, is going to create some serious waves. So you all need to start paddling or something.
Oh,
What are you all doing? You know if you stay
Are
here,
we, this is an
not a-
oar-driven thing or
it is a
sail?
magically driven one, but there are oars in the boat.
Okay, I'm gonna
If you want to use them. They're very tiny for you.
Well, let's get one in each hand.
Okay.
Whoa.
And I am going to stand on Crag's shoulders with my umbrella spines to act as a sail.
To act as I love this. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Okay, go ahead and give me a
Oh god.
Go ahead and give me a cunning ploy. Because
Alright.
you are making preparations and attempting to set your friend up for advantage.
Sure. 6.
Oh my god, incredible.
Yay.
So you are going to so this scene, I am calling right now that this scene is, or the scene is the briny deep. The trait that I will give to the scene that you are going to create a new scene trait for, the trait that I will give to this is magic boat. Because that is the trait of this scene.
Okay.
So you, Amanda, get to temporarily create a new scene trait that you two could use to your advantage,
Okay.
having rolled this cunning ploy
So,
related to your what you decided it would be, the narration.
yeah. So I think instead of just like a magically powered boat, now it's It is now a.
Try to pick a short series of words, 1 to 3 words that kind of wrap it all up in a nutshell.
The self-driving car.
Self-driving boat?
Self-driving boat.
Great.
It's a
Okay,
self-driving
cool.
boat.
I love that. So anytime you all want to call on that, you can upgrade your dice if you manage to work that into your narrative description, ostensibly.
So-
Or magic boat.
Mhm.
So with those 2 scene traits in mind, you are
Sorry,
paddling with an
It
oar
was
in your
Magic
hand.
Boat. What was the original one again?
The
It was
original
Magic
one
Boat.
was Magic Boat.
Magic Boat.
And
Now
it's
it is
self-driving.
Self-driving boat.
Is
Yeah,
now
okay.
the new trait.
Okay.
So I think you're rolling avoid danger regardless because of the oars.
Does the fact that I'm big and strong help with this?
Big and strong lets you roll it with a single die. That's one.
Okay.
Do you have any other traits you can call on, or scene traits you can call on? Traits of your own, or scene traits.
Well, I feel like I'm just providing extra propulsion, and the self-driving boat is doing the steering.
I would say so too. So go ahead and roll 2d6. Let me know what you get.
And I do a total, or
Just
Or
No,
is it the
if
higher-
there's any one, it's a critical fail. If there is a 6, then that means you critically succeed.
hey, there's a 6
And
a 2.
okay, that means you succeed.
Yay!
Because you got a 6. Heck
Another
yeah!
one!
Let me double check my things because it's the first time I'm playing this game. But I'm fairly positive that means, yeah, that's a success.
We did
That's a
good.
full success. Hell yeah. Nice. Cool. So with a full success on avoiding danger, I think that means you know, avoid the danger.
Huzzah!
Yeah, you pull it off successfully. So,
We just sort of ride that wave instead of getting rocked by it.
pretty much, yeah.
Whee!
With you paddling with either oar on both sides of the boat, with your umbrellas catching the wind, kind of facing towards the wave because we need to catch you backwards facing. So with that and the wave, you all are gently, not so gently, kind of waved along the shore on top of a giant wave that kind of crashes down, propelling you closer and faster to your goal. And you are clear of Trisha the Kraken. You are coming up kind of fast on the curved rocks cliffs, though, now. They were in sight before, and now they're coming up quick.
Can I turn around to slow us down?
You can
with
try.
my umbrella spines.
Go ahead and roll Avoid Danger.
Okay.
And are you calling on any traits of yours or anything you can call upon to bump up your die, I guess? Because if you don't have any, then 6 is just a complicated success.
Yeah, I think I am. I think. Well, I'm using my spines,
That's true. You're using your spines. Yep.
so
I think that counts as one at least. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I'm using my spines to help avoid danger.
Yep.
So that
Cool.
just makes it a normal thing.
Yeah. Normal roll, except not without the penalty of 6 is a complicated success.
Yeah.
Six
So
is a full
6 is
success.
okay. Great.
Pretty much just a normal roll.
Is
is
normal.
what we'll
Okay.
call it from now on as well.
Be good to me, baby. Ah, sorry.
Ah.
That fell. That was a 2.
Okay. That is a fail.
Yeah, I know.
So
You're going away.
make that dice go away.
Thanks, Jill.
So,
Uh-oh. I'm sorry.
great. I'm just looking at what I can do now in response to a failure. Fantastic. So, you all are coming up fast. You spin around and face front. Once I think you, Craig, probably say like we're coming up fast
Yeah.
to alert them because they're not
They're
facing
there.
forward, they're facing backwards. You flip around, Pickles.
Yes.
And as you flip around, the wind is still going in the other direction,
Oh,
unfortunately.
no.
So it just kind of hits against your little umbrella spines. Unfortunately, not changing anything. The self-driving boat is a very good self-driving boat. It is a magic boat. This propels it forward magically and allows it to drive on a safe path. However, with the propulsion that you all have given it, it is unable to course correct, and your boat does.
Can I,
Yes.
last ditch, try to just use my weight to like lean to the side and make it curve like how you steer a skateboard?
Absolutely. I love this.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll Avoid Danger. D6.
One
Unless
D-
you how many traits are you calling on, I suppose?
Well, I'm calling
Big and
on
strong.
big and strong for sure.
Cool.
I think that's all I got for this, really.
Okay, cool.
1.
Oh no.
Okay.
This is
A
happening.
critical failure, huh?
Ah,
Cool. Yay! Okay, cool. I mean, so, alright, cool. This is great. So, we'll get to the critical failure in a moment. Cool. Great.
Oh no.
So, the boat
We die and
sails. You try to turn the boat, and you lean all your weight to one side, Crag. And as you lean your heavy ogre weight and you try to catch the wind as best you can, the boat is still rocketing forward at a tremendous speed. You do manage to turn the boat. Crag, it does turn, and it turns just enough to turn the boat totally sideways to just continue scraping its side along the curved rocks of the cliff. So you curve the boat, and it is just ripped to shreds. In fact, you all have mere seconds to leap from the boat before it is utterly destroyed.
oh, man, I liked that.
it was a good boat. I tried to leap from it.
Okay?
Oh, I tried to leap from it as well.
Yes, so first of all...
I thought you were saying we did.
Oh, no.
No,
I
you have
mean,
to not die.
sometimes that can happen in these games for sure. And I might, but before we move on, since you rolled a critical failure, you get to write down a short phrase describing what you learned from this experience. You can use it later as if it were a trait. Oh. And there's more.
Oh no.
Could you give me... actually, before you think of this phrase, could you give me, because this will help, give me a single word prompt to establish the details of your critical failure.
A single word
It
prompt?
could be a random word, or it
Any
could be
word?
something... Yeah. Any word.
I'm scared.
All we need to get started is a single word from the audience.
Socks.
Socks. Fantastic.
Mhm.
Okay, so in addition to leaning into the boat, you know also there are emergency socks for any minions on the boat. And as the boat is scraped to shit, these socks, the last thing you all see as you leap onto the cliffs, we're going to say you're on the cliffs, is these socks, which are like it's one of the few areas that Professor Mr. Sir went out of his way to procure extra nice socks. He actually really cares about comfortable footwear, so they're those extra comfy, schmuffy,
Ooh,
soft ones.
Yeah.
You watch as they sink to the bottom of the briny deep.
Oh.
And you see the crate that they were held in as it sinks. You see the paint on the side reads, "Final box!"
Why did they label it?
You know how sometimes they label the final
Uh-huh.
toilet paper? It's
Mhm.
time to restock and get more toilet paper.
Oh,
That was why.
that's so sad.
So much for those.
Oh, I'll miss those socks.
So what did you learn from this experience?
Sometimes you need to look out ahead before you paddle.
Mm.
All right, we'll go ahead and write that down under your experience. You can call on that later.
All right.
Heck yeah. All
Well,
right.
we are on the shore.
Friendly reminder, gang,
Yes.
that you also have zeal that you can use to auto-succeed after you roll.
That is true.
But I think we'll remember that from now on. You are on the this oddly oblong and the oddly sharp curved rocks cliff/shore. Really cliffs. Let's just
No.
stop calling them shore. Let's call them cliffs.
How
Miss
how
Nowhere.
far
PMS
up do
Shark
they?
Week is no more, Seth.
How far up do they go? Like how
That's a-
tall is the
That's
cliff?
a great question. So, go ahead and roll me look around. And tell me if you're using any traits. Oh, by the way, this is a new scene. This is going to be called Getting Slashed to Bits on Curved Rock Cliffs.
A concise scene name.
Actually, scenes don't need names. I just realized the trait for this scene will be...
Getting slashed.
The trait for this is going to be handholds.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna look up.
Because the curved kind of
I don't have a
convenient
I
handhold.
think I have a particular trait of my own to apply to this. So just
Is
whatever
this
the
just-
base level is,
So
other than just
you still
my
roll a
eyes.
d6, but you can only get a complicated success at best.
Okay.
And this is look around.
And this is look around.
Yeah, I don't have a particular my talent is not looking.
Yeah, it's okay.
5.
5. Okay, 5 is great. 5 is a complicated success, or a a mixed success, if you will.
Mhm.
So for a look around mixed success, I think I get to answer. Yes, I get to answer one of those questions we answered before.
Yeah.
What is dangerous here? What is valuable here? What has recently happened here? Or what is hidden here? I am going to answer here. What is dangerous here? The dangerous thing here is that the handholds, the curved rocks, they're sharp as fuck.
Okay.
It turns out a lot of things have been smashed into them over the years. These cliffs are treacherous and perilous and sharp.
Then we
Okay.
climb up.
But to my original question, can I see how far up it goes?
That does explain it. The dangerous thing is that it goes far up. It's about 100 feet of climbing these sharp rocks.
I'm gonna climb from here, and they're sticking out sort of perpendicular to the side.
They're
It's just like
sticking out at all angles, but they
a
are
lot of pointy things sticking out.
they're
It's-
all at a horizontal. Like they're all like imagine
Yeah.
crescent moons
Yeah.
on a horizontal.
like-
So are we
It's like the
climbing
whole
up?
cliff. It's like the whole cliff
Is
is a big pickles.
oh, that's true.
Ah. Not related to this cliff, are you?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
Shall we climb up?
I think so.
Okay.
Uh,
Going to try to climb
I
up this
will
cliff.
start climbing the cliff
All right, go.
using the handholds.
Very nice. So with that, I think this is definitely avoid danger.
Mhm.
So go ahead and roll.
The
avoid
experiences.
danger.
How do these get used again?
danger. The experience. So you can call on that trait whenever you think it is applicable.
Whenever. It's
Yeah.
not like a one-time use or a.
Yeah, like
Great. I'm gonna carefully look at my handholds before I go.
Nice. I would even say that gauging how high up it is looking ahead to yeah. So absolutely. So you can go ahead and roll 2d6 because you're calling on the trait of handholds and your experience. And
I am going to use my talent to scurry.
okay,
And
lovely.
also, I would like to use my ice pick
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
myself.
So so you can also use the handholds if you like. I think that
Yeah.
would be one of those cases where you roll 3d6.
All right.
Yeah, go for it.
I have rolled a 1 on
Oh,
these
God.
dice.
Another critical fail.
And I'm going to spend a zeal.
Fantastic.
Ah.
I rolled a 5 and 2 4s.
5 and 2 4s?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you always take the highest as the, so yours
Yeah.
is a 5, and yours with your zeal is an automatic success.
Yeah.
So now, real quick before we move on, I need you to roll me a d6 to see what happens to your experience, your looking before I paddle trait.
3.
3, you lose it permanently. So that one is gone.
That's why I was asking before I used it. What happened?
Oh, I'm
Oh.
sorry, I didn't realize. I'm sorry. So there's a chance you can keep it. There's a chance you could not use it for the rest of this particular encounter,
Okay.
and then there's a chance you lose it permanently. I'm
Alright.
sorry if I didn't make
That's
that clear. My bad.
I mean, you probably did initially, and I'm just learning the game.
Yeah,
Great.
exactly. For sure. Great. So with those levels of successes, yeah, you all, you climb up with a 6 with an automatic success. Climbing this is actually quite easy. You reach out for the ones that jut out the farthest, and the ones that don't jut out the farthest, you just kind of bypass because you just kind of pull yourself up using the ones that stick out because you got such long reach with your ogre arms.
Yeah.
With your 5,
Yes.
it is you can definitely get up there.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to cost you something.
Okay.
It's going to be. I see. What traits did you use? Ice pick,
And scurry.
the scurry, and the.
The lookout roll.
Okay.
That,
Cool.
Right?
Yeah. The lookout roll.
Like we had looked to see how dangerous.
Oh yeah, the handholds trait.
Yes,
Of the
that,
cliffs.
yes,
yes. No worries. I'm trying to
Like,
figure
I
it out.
don't remember.
Yeah, you're
It was
good.
2 minutes ago, but I forgot.
You think you could get up,
Uh-huh.
but
But
you are pretty sure getting up this thing, you get to one part in the cliff where the only way for you to get up this thing is to abandon your ice pick and to leave it behind and just throw your whole body, like use the ice pick to essentially throw yourself up into the air as hard as you can and with your full body catch onto the bottom of a crescent moon. You don't have to, but you're going to have to try something else if you don't.
Well, okay. Do I know that this is happening?
You were both climbing at the same time, so I'm going to say you cannot help them at the moment.
Okay.
Until if you try a different tactic and that fails, then you can help. I'll
Okay.
say. But basically, for this round,
As I sort of start losing my footing, and I think I'm going to have to abandon my ice pick, which I don't want to do. The umbrella spines are the best thing in the world.
honestly, what a cool.
I
fucking
think
weird
this is
thing.
the best thing I've ever had. My umbrella spines, foof. Yeah, they foof.
The noise.
You know.
Honestly, I get it.
Which slows me down a bit, so that I have a little more time to just like push myself up onto one of the crescent spikes to get myself a little bit more of a foothold.
Cool. I love this.
Yeah.
So, handholds, yes.
Mhm.
Avoid danger
Avoid danger.
and umbrella thieves.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
2d6.
2d6. Okay. A 6 and a 3.
Awesome. Automatic success. With the umbrellas, you gently kind of float and guide yourself down to the nearest crescent moon-shaped rock. You land gently on it, and you look up, see the crescent rock that kind of was shattered with your ice pick still sticking in it, and you start to like navigate. You're like, okay, if I do this and this, I can keep my ice pick and get to the top.
Yes.
And you do.
I
You
love that.
grab your ice pick on the way up, and shortly thereafter, basically as you realize that Pickles is no longer with you, you turn around and Pickles is just clearing the top.
Oh, I'm almost. Oh, wait, am I at the top already?
You're at the top.
Oh, I'm at
Yeah.
the top.
Mhm. Yeah, Pickles had to go back.
Oh,
I got it.
good.
Thank you. All right, let's go east.
Yeah. Hold on.
Can I tell which way is east?
Go ahead and roll, look around.
Is there anything I can do with this thing?
Since I'm assuming you're just looking around and you're like,
Yeah.
where's east? Do
Yeah.
you have another means of identifying east?
I mean, I think my normal means of identifying east would be, look up at the sun.
I'm going to look at the sun.
Yeah.
All right.
Straight at the sun.
No.
Oh, I think I will say, I do think because you are in mountainous terrain
Uh-huh.
that eventually does give to desert.
Uh-huh.
I'm imagining it like rocky kind of wasteland flats
Sure.
a little bit. I do think that the main trait, actually, I think that the main trait of this area, actually no, the main trait of this would be the sun, honestly, because you're heading, you need to head east towards the desert. You're in a roughly desert landscape. If I made the trait anything but the sun, this would be tough. So I will give you at least the trait of this landscape, which is
Okay.
sun.
But I want to be clear, I'm looking straight at the
I
sun.
am.
Amazing. Fantastic. So you can each roll 1d6 if you have any more traits to add to it or whatnot.
No.
I am going to say, yeah. No, go ahead. Go roll it. I'm not going to say.
4.
4. Okay. That is a mixed success.
Good. I'm fine. 3.
3. Okay. That is a failure.
Yeah.
So you all were looking around with a single dice, with a single trait. Cool. So looking around, what is dangerous, what is valuable, what has happened here, what has recently happened here, what is hidden here.
What is hidden? East.
Yes. What is dangerous here is as you stare at the sun, it starts to hurt.
Oh, I haven't figured it out yet.
Dangerous. Don't look at the sun.
But can I tell which way is east from looking at the
It
sun?
says on a 4 or 5, I choose the question and answer it. And the question I choose is, what is dangerous here? And the answer is, the sun.
So we can't tell which way is east.
No.
So we were given a map. We were.
You were.
Can I look at the
Yeah.
Can I look at the
Absolutely,
map
you can. Yeah.
and try?
As of your failure, I am. As of your failure, you are going to look at the sun, right? And you can see backlit by the sun as you look up to it. Something your keen eyes pick up that your friend's eyes must not have. You see the shape of a number of winged creatures flying in your direction.
I'm looking down and
There-
rubbing my
there-
eyes.
You do know you have
Right.
a map, though, so all is not lost.
Okay. How fast are said winged creatures approaching?
You want to look around again? 'Cause that's the only way I can tell you, because you did fail.
Yep.
Or honestly, what are you doing? What do you think your character would do?
I am.
You don't know how fast they're approaching yet.
Okay.
They seem to be
I
approaching.
know that they're there. I'm going to look at the map and try to now reassess the situation with our surroundings and what I see on the map to figure out where the hell east is.
Look at your surroundings and the map. Oh, you're
Yeah.
comparing the map to the surroundings.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Instead of looking at the sun to find east, I'm looking at a map to find east.
Nice. Okay, you do have the map. I'm going to say the map is a trait you
Okay.
can use in this. It is
Sure.
an item, therefore it is a call
Uh-huh.
uponable trait.
Awesome.
Firmly established.
I
So you have at least that.
Yes. And
Yeah. We're just chilling.
I'm going to
I know. I'm taking forever. Thanks, though.
You're good, you're good.
Cool.
try.
We're going to go at least 25 more minutes. Is that cool, y'all?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Is that cool, y'all? Thanks.
I'm good with whatever. I'm going to Hi, Gertie.
Oh.
I'm sorry. She just like is right there.
Yeah.
My perk slippery. What is that? That's if I'm like doing.
I know. She's very
Gertie
distracted. We're so
is
sorry. We had a dog in the house.
Just like jumped up on the table next to me here. So
Keep
can
talking, I'm listening.
I use my motivation to not get squished to do this, to try to do this
I
faster
do-
because I do know something is coming.
I don't
know
think
how
you know
fast.
if these things are going to squish you. Having
Most
said
things.
that, I think you can assume these things are bigger than you.
And most things that are bigger than me might squish me.
Yeah, I'll let you. I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
So I
go ahead and do 2d6.
2d6. Okay. Come on, baby. Be good.
I love that increasing your chances. It also increases
Increases
your
your
chances to
chance of failure,
critically
yeah.
fail. Like that's such a fun mechanic. Well done, Jordan Palmer.
A 4 and a 5.
4 and a 5. Okay, great. That is a mixed success, as we know. Fantastic. On a 4 and a 5 for, I think this, I'm going to say that this is, yeah, I am going to say that this is probably, I think this is actually avoid danger. Or don't get, hold on. No, this is don't get caught. When you try to deceive something or do something without them noticing, oh, actually, this might be, hold on. When you attempt something without regard for the consequences. This could be avoid danger, this could be don't get caught. I feel like this is don't get caught.
Okay.
What do you think? I don't know. This game is subjective, you know?
Sure.
No, look around his search an area.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with search around. Let's go with look around.
Great.
Because in the end, that is what you're trying to
We're
accomplish.
just trying to figure out what
Where to
direction
go.
our goal is in.
Yes, and
Yeah.
albeit motivated by things overhead.
Yeah.
With a 4 and a 5, I choose the question and answer it. What I'm going to answer, based on your prompt,
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to be a jerk like this. I am going to, what is dangerous here? The thing's flying at you. What is hidden here, I will say, is you do see on the map what you once thought was like a scorch mark. Now you clearly can tell is a crater, a blackened crater that you can see. It is on the map northeast. So if you kind of triangulate it, you
So-
can put it to your northeast and find out where east is and run in that direction.
And that's what I want to do.
Fantastic.
And I will
You
just
tell
grab
me
you.
which way?
Yep, I just like grab you, sort of like grab you by like the pants or
What?
leg or something. Follow me. Run.
This way?
Yep.
Hold on, I have an idea. I'm just gonna pick Pickles up and start running
Okay.
at full speed.
And I'm just like trying to like grab it. Do you have hair?
Yeah.
Okay, just grab you by the hair.
Yeah, I have the
Oh, but
two
the-
brains.
I have essentially Willie Nelson hair
Perfect. I use those like reins.
It is. Fantastic.
with a receding hairline now.
Okay,
I use them like reins to steer you.
I need you to roll me a d6 to. I think this is avoid danger.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this is avoid danger because you are trying to outrun.
Does
these
big and
winged
strong
things.
help here?
I would say so. I think the fact that you're big helps you run faster, especially traversing this kind of mountainous terrain. Yeah.
Okay. So that's 2.
Can I help? Because I had pointed out said thing that we're running from?
I don't think so because you're literally not helping.
Okay.
You are literally just saying run, and they are the one running.
Steering.
I'm
Oh, that's
steering.
true. Oh, excuse me. I forgot the steer. I'm so sorry.
steering the
Also, I'm very
plane.
sorry.
Like-
I'm still
Like
loud.
Ratatouille.
Yes.
I don't even know how I didn't make that connection. Porcatouille.
I hate that.
Oh, I don't like it.
Don't like it either.
It doesn't
Let's
work as
forget
well as Rakakuni.
I ever said it, and I'm going to edit it out later. Honestly, I do like that, so I'm going to give you an extra dice because
Yay.
you're...
Am I rolling a third one then?
Yes.
Okay.
Because your
Get
friend
it.
is steering you.
Mother.
There's a 1, a 2, and a 6.
Okay. A 1, a 2, and a 6 means you critically fail.
Yep.
Oh, 1 overrides 6?
Yep.
I believe so. I'm just going to double check
Oh,
because
no.
that's
I'm gonna
rough.
hang on to my zeal for now.
Okay.
Worried about using another one so soon.
Yeah, it's here.
So,
Oh no.
if any of your dice have a 1 on them, you critically fail. A 1 supersedes a 6.
Fuck.
Shit.
I was hoping they'd like cancel each other
I
out.
know, right?
And there should be a
This
regular
game is
fail.
like, nah, minions die, I guess.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, we've only got 20 minutes left, so,
So we made that. It's fine.
I mean, honestly. So that is a
That's
critical
okay.
failure,
Okay.
of course. So, as you steer your friend, and as you are bounding over these rocky kind of wasteland flats, you are trying to go the direction your friend is going, and you are trying to steer your friend in a direction that makes sense. And, you know, Ratatouille is actually a little harder than it would seem IRL. So as you are kind of running, your foot is going to get wedged in between 2 open rocks, and your foot is going to get trapped, and you are going to be sent sprawling forwards, and Pickles, you are going to be sent sprawling off of your
I
friend.
go flying.
You are both going to take a point of harm, and I
Okay.
need you to roll me a d6.
And we have to roll 2.
You have to roll anything but a 1.
Okay. Fuck.
Or you can use a zeal point
I'm
to
gonna
not.
use a zeal point.
I got a 2.
All right. You're good.
I
You
use
both still have a point of harm,
Okay.
but you do not die.
Don't
Pickles,
immediately
the Pokemon. All right.
Can we?
The things are still coming at you. You need a new plan. Or
They're
you need a
getting
new
closer.
thing to do.
Can I tell what they are?
You can look around.
I'm gonna look around.
Give me at least a d6,
Mhm.
and if you have any traits to call on. In fact, I think the sun is going to bump you down a d6. What if you have anything? If you can't bump yourself above the minimum, you will be rolling at the minimum because they are
Okay.
flying from the sun
Okay.
towards you, so it's going to be harder to identify them.
Should have gotten sunglasses.
Ah,
Totally.
I don't think.
if only you had a parasol or something.
Can I use my spines to block the sun? Because they're on my back, so I don't know if I can block the sun from my eyes. But can
I
I block
will-
the sun from his?
I'm gonna
Well, is it possible to block the sun and not the things we're looking at?
You're going to make preparations and attempt to create an advantage for
Yes.
your friend. Give me a d6 roll. You are
No,
using your
just-
spines.
Would it theoretically be possible to block the sun
Yeah,
but
but
not
not
the
the
things we're looking at?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold the palette up.
Oh, okay. Never mind. No roll
All right,
needed,
amazing,
Pickles.
genius.
Very nice. Okay, you use the palette. I love that.
Yeah.
So those two, so the negative of the sun and the palette cancel each other out. So right now you're still at a minimum. Do you have anything else?
Mm.
Well,
Because it might be a complicated success at best, or your friend Pickles could maybe help you with their umbrellas. Don't want to throw out too many ideas. But...
I know, because I would like if I use the umbrella.
Mhm.
This is a look around.
It is whatever narratively makes the most
Yeah,
sense.
the-
Do whatever you feel like Pickles would do.
Um,
Don't worry about the move that it is.
I'm going to
Crazy bold moves. You're a
Yes,
minion, you have
yes,
5
yes.
zeal.
I have
4 zeal.
4 zeal. I'm
Some
almost
of you.
dead. Both
we
of us, I
both have
think.
4 zeal.
4 zeal.
I
Not all of
am
you.
going to
just floof out my spines again.
Okay.
And just scurry up your arm to create an even more impressive block. But because it's an umbrella, and I'm kind of imagining it's somewhat translucent, because umbrellas aren't always entirely opaque, that it sort of almost creates an image like when you're actually looking at a solar eclipse, and you have like the box that you're supposed to look at.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my spines as like a screen to make the solar eclipse thing. Like in a box for a solar eclipse.
Nice.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about. Yes, the solar eclipse box is how I know it, so I can't give you any more information.
I'm just like,
so sorry.
It's like the solar eclipse box, but like a screen, and like the thumb hole in the palette is like the hole for the thing, so it creates like an image. Yeah,
So
that's science.
D6. That's science, baby. You heard it first.
Is that a D6 for him because he's doing the look?
So that's a D6 for you because as a cunning ploy.
Okay.
Because you are setting up your friend to give them an advantage.
But it's with my spines, so it's a D6 without the negative effect.
I'm gonna say it's a D6 without the negative. Yeah.
Great.
A normal.
Fuck. That's 2.
That was a failure.
Fuck it. I'm using a zeal.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
If-
less than 15 minutes at this point.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I gotta get you to someplace and back.
I know. I use
I'm
a zeal to make it a success.
Fantastic. On a 6, you temporarily create a new scene trait, which is
Solar.
shaded. I think shaded
Yeah.
from the sun. Fantastic. So now,
What am I rolling?
So now the sun is canceled out, and you have the bonus of
Shaded.
the palette. Or actually, yeah, you have shaded and you have palette. So roll 2d6. Nice.
I got a 6.
Booyah.
No one.
Hell yeah. Okay. So on a roll of 6, you pull it off. You grab up Pickles. Pickles scurries up your arm to the end of your palette. Pickles unfurls all of the spines into umbrellas, making a solar eclipse box.
Yeah.
Solar eclipse box. And you use that to shield. Oh, sorry, you were using look around. Excuse me. So on the roll of a 6, you get to ask one question from the following list. What do you want to ask? What is dangerous? What is valuable? What has recently happened? What is hidden?
I want to ask what is dangerous, specifically
What the fuck?
in the
Right.
what is this thing that's
What the fuck
probably
are those things?
dangerous?
Yeah, for sure. It looks like it is a small flock of like carnivorous feral like sphinxes.
Oh shit! Are
Yeah,
we?
they're flying.
We're
they have
like
eyes
in
set
like
on.
essentially a Badlands kind of environment.
Mhm.
Are we still close to the cliff?
The cliff. It's a good. It's maybe about 10 to 20 seconds of running behind you. So close.
Oh, we weren't moving along it. We were moving like away
You were moving
from it.
away from it. Yeah, directly away.
What is around here like in terms of like rocks and stuff?
There's rocks and stuff.
Loose rocks and stuff?
Yeah.
What about very big rock formations?
Yeah, there's a couple. They're a little further away, but they're there.
Can I run over to them?
What are you trying to do with them? You run over to them. Sorry, you do that.
What are we talking about? Like a pillar of rock or just like a big protrusion?
Maybe.
So I pull,
What are you trying to do with it?
go for a big protrusion. I want to
Big protrusion.
snap it off and throw it like a javelin.
Oh,
I was hoping we're close to the cliff so that I could snap one of those.
I see. Oh, yeah, no, there's still some weird crescent formations out here.
Yeah, I want to snap one off and throw it.
Great, you're going to get violent.
I'm gonna get violent.
Yes, you are. So go
And I
ahead.
want to use big and strong and breaker.
Ooh, can you read Breaker to me one more
Let me
time?
read breaker
Just
again.
because, like, I don't know if Breaker was just for objects or if it was for creatures as well.
No.
Does it
well,
When you
specify?
attempt to destroy an object or structure, you make a roll on a 6. It's broken around. I'm attempting to break.
snap off
Use breaker
that.
to.
I
Yeah.
see. You know what? Because you have Breaker, I will just say that automatically works unless you want to roll for it.
What do I have to make the breaker roll? Which is on a 6, it's broken beyond repair. This is more for if you're trying to absolutely destroy
Yeah,
it.
no, you're good because on a 6 you would break it and that would go against what you're trying to
Yeah.
do. So I'm going to say with Breaker, you automatically snap it off.
Okay.
You have this like almost boomerang-shaped protrusion of rock.
Okay.
Quite sharp.
That and big and
It is now.
strong gets me 2 of them.
Big and strong, and that gets you 2 of them.
They're both 2s.
They're both 2s. Those are both
I'm going
failures.
to spend a zeal.
There we go. 10 minutes.
These characters are gonna die. It's
Fantastic.
fine.
You
It's fine.
automatically succeed. That means you get to choose 2 of the Get Violent lists that you have over there. So
Yep. Okay.
you can have mine. This is mine.
Violent.
You just go up there. There.
There it is.
You do, for our audience, the options are you don't take harm, you deal harm to them, you get them out of the way, or you take something from them.
And wait, I'm choosing
You're
2
choosing
things?
2 of these.
Okay. I'm going to say we don't take harm, we deal harm to them.
Cool. Amazing. So,
I like that.
yeah, that's very good. I like
Good
that.
choice. Good choice.
The Crescent Rock.
Right.
Sorry, everybody. Sails through the air, and because it has this like weird crescent curve shape to it, the formation that they are flying in, this odd V formation, is half of it is sliced through one way, the other is sliced through the other, and it begins to come back at you. And now this curved protrusion of rock is coming back at you.
I'm going to move to the side.
I'm going to say you avoid it, no problem.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
problem required. The sphinxes are, you watch as some of them are beheaded, some of them are sliced in half, some of their wings are just removed, and you watch as bodies just
Guy.
start to drop from the sky. And you can see them because your good friend is shading your eyes for you from
Yeah.
the sun.
All right.
You continue to run across the
Let's
the
run and get
wastelands.
to the desert fast.
Go.
About
go,
5
go,
minutes
go.
of running later, the rockiness gives way to sands, and then about 5 minutes after that, it is nothing but sandy dunes.
And we think we want.
Sorry,
to
I
go
did say the fuzzy flats desert, so there are no dunes. It is just straight
and
flat
and
sand.
fuzz. I know
I'm
it's-
seeing
And it's
that
starting to get
like
a little hot.
that like cracked look
Yeah.
of the
And we are thinking of point to
Thinking
get.
of point.
You're thinking of point as you start crossing the desert.
I am just gonna
Fantastic.
floof out my umbrellas to create a parasol.
To like protect you from
The
getting
sun.
sunburned or something?
Yes,
Fantastic, you do that.
my delicate porcupine spines. I don't know.
Fantastic, you do that. You begin to cross the Fuzzy Flats Desert.
Okay.
Oh, I climb up on his head and I'm like an umbrella hat.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
awesome. Because that's so great. You're just giving everyone, at least your head, will be not sunburned. I mean, with the pattern baldness, like, that's
Well,
cool.
and the sweater will provide.
Yeah.
Oh, the sweater will
protection
provide.
from the
Yeah,
torso.
totally. But that bald spot would have
Yeah.
really been smart.
Oh yeah.
And-
Especially 2 hours later, as you are still in the desert and things have gotten so hot, as you look around, things are literally fuzzy and hazy, and you're kind of losing a bit of focus. Things are getting fuzzy, not just in your eyes, but in your mind too. You're starting to kind of forget why you came here. You're starting to kind of forget who you're with, who you are. Everything's kind of melting in your brain. It's getting so hot.
I pull out the half of a sandwich that
Okay.
I had left,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna take that in half, so it's a quarter sandwich.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give 1/4 to Crag.
I will be clear, it is not from hunger that you are
No, I
getting fuzzy brain.
understand.
Okay, cool.
We
Please continue.
understand. But blood sugar is still important.
Yes, it is.
I will eat the piece of sandwich.
Fantastic. It does nothing for your blood sugar. Your blood sugar does raise a little.
Yay!
For sure.
This is probably not going to do anything, but I'm going to get out the pipe,
Okay.
try and jam it into the ground, and see if I can find groundwater.
Ooh, okay. I love this. Go ahead. I think this is definitely a look around, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a look around. This could be a look around or a cunning ploy. I think this is a look around, though.
Okay.
Personally. Go ahead and pipe is 1d6.
Yeah.
And I think in this new fuzzy flats desert that we are in, the trait for you all is flat. Like you can see for a long ways
Okay.
to come.
Does big and strong help with the just jamming of it
I
through
would
the...
say so.
Okay.
Absolutely. Big and strong pipe. 2d6. Oh, no.
Good boy.
3 and a 1.
Good boy.
Use one more zeal.
Okay, automatic success, you say.
Yeah.
Fantastic. On an automatic success, you get to pick the question, and I get to answer it. So, what is dangerous? What is valuable? What has recently happened here? What is hidden here?
What is hidden here? Is
Water!
it water? Yeah!
Yeah! Wouldn't that be funny if it was like oil? Pure oil! You're rich!
We're dead,
No,
but we're
what a
rich.
bad
It's
way to play
okay.
this game. Yeah, you slam this pipe in. Your blood sugar spiked at the tiniest bit, giving you that little bit of strength you need. This fuzzy pipe starts gushing some sort of transparent liquid as you bring your mouth to the other end of the pipe to drink from it. Is the most pure, like glacier spring cold water you've ever tasted.
Drink some, splash some on my face.
You
Drink
do.
water.
You do. Your minds start to recuperate a tiny bit from this small oasis you have found. You remember why you're here. You remember who you are. Everything coming back to you. You remember, most importantly, Professor Mr. Sir and your undying devotion to them and their their goal to recruit the entire world into their triangle scheme and to bring back Angelica. You know what you must do. You must continue to
Point.
point.
What point?
Head for point.
I finished my now very soggy peanut butter and jam.
Yes, it's a little watery, but it's not the worst in this desert.
Fine.
A couple more hours of travel, and you can see on the horizon a absolutely massive, jagged, spiky, pointy mountain start to rise up. What looks as a small point on the horizon gets larger and larger and larger, and your head just keep going up and up and up until about 30 minutes later, you are standing at the base of a really pointy mountain that seems to almost like a porcupine, solely consist of spikes that just go up in the air. So the trait I will give this landscape and this new scene will be not handholds, because it's different. It's like,
Spiky.
I'm going to say spiky, because spiky has a lot of things it can be used for. So let's
So
say spiky.
the landscape is just lots of spikes?
It's just spikes
leading up to this
going,
one big
going
one?
at like an angle, you know, so
Yeah.
they're going out, but they're also going up, almost like a pine cone, but getting smaller and smaller as it gets
And that's
higher
the
and higher.
mountain?
Yes, that is the mountain.
I appreciate that there have been so many land formations that are porcupine-esque. It's nice.
It's
for me.
honestly been wild
it's nice
for me as well.
All right, so we climb up the mountain.
Okay. So this mountain is spiky, so I will need you all to please roll to avoid danger.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I use my
The
scurry?
spikiness will be providing a 1-die disadvantage on this.
Okay.
As that is the main thing you are fighting.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's what you're fighting against, and it's the plus, so
So
I'm going to say it doesn't
whatever.
detract anything.
Okay.
So one for the.
So nothing.
So nothing.
Unless you have traits to add
I
to it.
would like to use my scurry trait.
Boom.
No, wait. We're climbing up the side of this mountain, and there's spikes everywhere, and that's the
The spikes are coming like jutting out at angles and pointing up, so they're useful because they are handholds, but they're also not useful because there are spikes everywhere.
Right.
So you have to be careful.
But, like,
also
would there
it's
be
kinda
something to
helps.
walk up if were there not spikes?
It is just spikes.
Okay.
There's literally not even a place to walk.
Okay, that's
All right.
what I was trying to figure
Cool.
out.
Yeah, for sure.
I would like to use my scurry.
Yeah, that could definitely work. That's a
Can I
1d6.
use my motivation of not getting squished?
I don't know if this mountain is in
Okay.
danger of squishing you. I'm so sorry.
I want to propose something,
Ooh,
and this
yeah.
might help you as well. Would the memory of our drained friend George help as motivation? Because we believe that this giant at the top
Yes.
to be the one who drained George.
I will allow
As
it,
we were told this.
but only once over the course of this adventure. Absolutely, yes.
Right. So that's.
So that's 1d6 for both of you.
Only
So-
once over the course of the adventure?
Yeah.
Like it will not apply later in relation to the same giant?
It will not apply in relation to the rest of this string.
Ever. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless we continue this
I-
nonsense, in which case.
No, I know, but like we're going
Yeah.
to this giant we think did
Yes.
it. So, like, it couldn't
So
help
it will
now
only
and
be-
dealing with
Correct.
the giant later.
It will only be
Okay.
used. It's a one-use thing, basically.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. I think that's cool.
I do want to use my scurry.
So that's
so
2d6 for you.
for me.
Right now, 1d6.
Can
for
I also use my ice pick
you.
to climb?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you can do 3d6.
And big and strong for climbing.
2d6.
Okay, so 3 for me. 5, a 2, and a 2.
That's a 5.
4 and a 1.
Uh-oh.
I'm using one more zeal, and I only have one left, and that's for if I'm about to die.
Does the 4? Oh, it's always a.
A 4 is a mixed.
Ooh, okay.
A 3 or lower is a failure.
But the 1 is.
The 1 is an
override.
automatic critical.
Okay, but I got a 5, so I succeed. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
you're good.
I'm
You got a mixed success, and you got an automatic as used as zeal.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, on a 6, You pull it off. You are big and strong, and these things are honestly not that big around for you. They actually kind of make perfect monkey bars a little bit, so you just kind of woof, 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 swing your way from spike to spike. It's way easier than the crescents because they're not like at different angles. It's not like a crescent this way and a crescent that way. It's like they're just spikes, so you can just swoop your way up easily. Your friend Crag begins swooping up, no problem.
I scurry.
Yours.
Yes. What happens
I
to
do
me?
need to pull a little thing up real quick. So yours is going to cost you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make it just your ice pick again because
Thank
that
you.
would be boring.
Thank you.
No problem.
Not
What I
my
will
ice
say is, so one thing it will cost you
Okay.
instead of an ice pick is, I think you can get to the top,
Okay.
but okay. I think you can get to the top, but you are going to attract the attention, some unwanted attention.
Okay.
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 Great. So, you scurry,
I scurry.
you climb with your ice pick, and as your ice pick continuously into these spikes, and you eventually do get your way a little slower than your friend, but you do make it to the top. At the top of the mountain, from the or not at the top. You all are very close to the top. You all do start to see a tent, and this tent, it looks like many of the spikes have been sheared off, and actually somebody has like pulverized the side of the mountain to create like a cave-like indentation in this spiky mountain. But indeed, right above the indentation, it does come to a massive sharp point. So it is not technically the top, because it's not on the point, but it is just below that. And indeed, right at the kind of sticking out from the cave, you see a absolutely colossal tent. And from the tent, you all see as we're still a ways off from it, you see what is surely not a giant's head, but surely a head, staring down at you.
It's not a giant's head, though?
It is not a giant's head.
What does it look like?
Go ahead and roll me a d6.
3.
Actually, sorry, I would like Amanda to roll it because Amanda was the one who got the mixed success. No, it's okay. I didn't realize until I said it.
A 6.
Okay, a 6. Fantastic. The head looks like it's pretty tiny, but and there's no sun anymore in that direction. So you can see clearly the head it's clearly like a small humanoid. It's probably like a human or something. They have long, messy hair. The left side of their face is burned, as far as you can tell, and they look awkward. You can just tell. And the way they pull their head back into the tent is awkward. It's like super awkward.
Hey, what are you doing?
They disappear back into the tent before you can.
Hey, come out of that tent!
Oh, God.
Do you want to try? If you're trying to, go ahead and
Hasn't
roll
my
me.
boy suffered enough?
Go ahead and roll me. You're actually going to roll me get violent because you are attempting to force someone. Normally, if you were trying to convince something, to ask something from someone willing to listen, I would let you do talking over. This person is not willing to listen, so go ahead and roll get violent.
Okay. Just the one?
Or hold on, actually, no. Go ahead and roll avoid danger.
Okay.
Yes.
Just the one die?
Avoid danger, just the one die, unless you got anything that can apply.
I don't think so.
Okay.
2.
2 is a fail. So, you,
Did
the
my
next
slippery thing impact any of this or no?
slippery. You said slippery because you literally can like escape from danger. Is that what you're?
It's
Yeah.
like when so you try to escape a bad situation.
So that applies to you and you alone.
Yeah. So okay.
So when I have you roll for it, yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Great. Cool.
But for now,
I know.
you see a fireball
Yeah.
flying down from the tent.
Weird.
That just at first you're like having trouble making out what it is, and then suddenly you're like, wait, it must be the sun again. Wait, no! Poof! And there is a burst of fire that just explodes in your face. You are going to take another point of harm, and I need you to roll me a harm check, please.
Is that just him or both?
Just you.
Oh.
Or just Tim.
Just
I mean,
him, okay.
yeah.
5.
You're good. Wasn't a critical fail, so you're good on that end. And then the head.
I just
disappears
wanted to talk! And I'm gonna run over and try to just rip or climb up,
Yeah.
and just try to rip the tent away
Okay.
and break that tent.
Yeah. Oh, you're trying to break the tent. Love it. Okay. So what does your breaker do for this?
When you attempt to destroy an object or structure, make a roll. On a 6, it's broken beyond repair. On a 4 or 5, the GM chooses one effect, which is you draw unwanted attention, you destroy something else that was important, or you accidentally harm someone in the process.
Oh no!
Awesome. Go. Okay, great. So,
3.
Fucking.
3. So on 3, one of those horrible things you said happens? Just one? Or
I think it's just a failure.
On 3, I just fail. On
Oh,
a
it's a
4 or
failure.
5, I succeed, but one of those things happens.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a magically reinforced tent.
It is, yes, a magically reinforced.
Come out of the tent!
Yes, so the scene trait for this scene was going to be tent, because or cover, because you could have used the tent for cover.
Nope.
I'm going to say because of this failure, it's going to be a failure and a success, because as you reach forward, grab the tent, and just rip away the front half of it, you completely expose yourself and Pickles to what you now see is a absolutely massive kind of like just severe featured gray skinned giant with long kind of like long dreadlocks and big black eyes, a long kind of honestly spiky looking gray beard. It looks ancient, and this giant has in its hand clearly one of the spikes from this mountain, just kind of held in both hands like a battering ram, but with the pointy side pointing towards you two. And a very diminutive in proportion, human. He's pretty tall for a human, maybe like 6 foot something. But you recognize this human instantly from the tales you have heard. This is Ali, otherwise known as the Burninator. And the minute, that's just their hero name, and the minute you see them, Ollie's trait comes into effect. So one of this hero, Ollie the Burninator's special moves is surprise. So Pickles, you are going to take 1 harm as you encounter Ollie the Burninator.
Sure.
As another firebolt comes slamming into you as you finally reach the top.
Can
so take
I-
1 harm. Oh yeah.
Can I use slippery to try
Yeah,
to avoid
absolutely.
that?
I think so. Absolutely.
So I make a
You are
roll.
you are attempting, without regard for the consequences, go ahead and roll. Avoid danger. Slippery is a 1d6.
So I just okay.
You
So
have
I-
no tent cover anymore, sadly.
Okay, so I just roll 1d6.
Unless
and
you have anything else, yeah. Or yeah, it sounds like you're just trying to avoid it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Just roll
um,
avoid danger. Slippery.
And if I floof out my spines and roll into a little ball, can I try to make myself a little?
No,
No,
your spines. Well, your spines are umbrellas, but
Yeah.
we did determine that they're
but
not,
they're not
like
really protected.
floppy and
Yeah.
not. I would say that they're not protected.
Yeah.
was,
Okay.
like, the
So
main
it's just
thing
the
from that.
1d6. Okay.
Yeah, just the 1d6.
4.
Okay, that is a mixed success.
And for slippery, on a 4.
Oh yeah, what happens?
On a roll.
One of the following options, you escape without being
I escape
noticed
without taking harm, or I
Yeah.
escape without someone
with
or
someone or
something.
something.
I would like to escape without taking harm.
All right, done. You roll yourself up to a ball and kind of Sonic the Hedgehog
Yes.
away as the fireball scorches the
Sonic my
ground where you
porcupine.
once were. Fantastic. I will say, as you are now staring down this legendary hero, who apparently is like breaking bread and camping, judging by the human-sized bedroll next to this giant-sized bedroll with this mountain giant. Yeah, you stare down these two fellows. You can also see. Actually, I'm not going to say that. So instead, I'm just going to say you see the giant with the giant spike, and you also see Ollie the Burninator, the hero.
Are you the mountain giant king?
As you say that, this massive rocky behemoth looks at you and goes, "I am Croc."
We were going to talk to you. I didn't mean to rip open your tent like that. we were trying to talk to that human guy. I'm going to deal with him real quick, and then we need to talk to you. And I'm going to swing my pipe at Ollie the Burninator.
Go ahead and roll talk it over because, weirdly enough, the Mountain King is willing to listen.
Okay. Was that 1?
Unless you have any traits to add to it.
Great, this is how my character dies.
I don't think I do.
This giant stands about 20 feet tall, by the way, so you do probably come up to about its shin. Maybe its knee.
Yeah.
Oh, not you.
No,
You.
Yeah, I'm
Me.
tiny. Well,
Unless-
ogres are pretty big.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like knee, probably.
Yeah.
Unless somehow him listening to me would make the world more beautiful?
You think it would?
Yeah.
We all come together, and it is more beautiful.
Honestly, I like that explanation. Yeah. So that is a 1d6, but
I mean, I'm going to
to
try and fight him in a minute,
Yeah,
but
for sure. But right now,
Yeah.
So no penalty.
right now
just
you're
one-
trying to talk him into being chill. Because if he's chill,
it's
That's-
natural
Oh,
1.
Jesus
okay,
Christ.
a critical failure.
Uh-huh.
As we well know at this point, that means, first of all, you get to write down a short phrase
Do you want
describing
my
what you
stick?
learned from the experience. But before that happens,
Oh, God.
do you want to give me a single word prompt, or do you want me to roll a random word prompt?
Random word prompt.
Cool. All right, so, okay. So you say this, and the giant takes the spike and twists it around like they are going to put it like sheathe it or put it away, and instead they just slam it up into the roof of the mountain above them. And as they slam it in there, rock falls down on you, not harming you because you are big and strong, but it does bury you under it. You are buried under rocks. You can still see, but you are, for all intents and purposes, just immobile as you are buried under these rocks.
Hey!
And the giant stares at both of you now with its fist clenched and its face untrusting, clearly not aggressive and hostile, but like untrusting. And you can see that where its heart is, it looks like it actually has a massive, pure jet heart that you can see there is liquid kind of pumping through.
We can see
His
You
heart.
can see it's like vaguely transparent, and the sun is now shining at an angle that you can see his heart is not flesh and muscle. It is, because as a mountain giant, it is a jet black stone that is semi-translucent.
So I'm covered with rocks.
No, Crag
Oh, okay.
is covered in rocks. You are rolled up in a ball still. What happens next?
I would like to attempt to use my ice pick to stab the heart and get it.
Stab the heart and get it.
And try to get the
Cool.
heart out with my ice pick.
All right, I like this. So that's a get violent. So go ahead and
Yeah.
roll me a get violent.
I'm using my ice pick.
Cool, love that.
Could I make this also scurry? Because I am scurrying up the giant because it's a lot bigger than me. Because I am small.
I
and
think
it
that
would be-
applies. Absolutely.
So that's
2d6.
2d6.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And is there a trait of like rocks right now that are distracting?
Sorry, one more time?
Because there are rocks. Is that a trait that's happening? What is the trait?
Oh,
of this
no, the trait
thing?
for this was tent.
was tent.
But
what is
it's
it
it's
now?
ripped open. Or sorry, it was cover. But the
Okay.
tent is just
Okay.
ripped.
All right, so
Ripped to
I just
pieces, ripped to
have.
shreds.
Okay, so the 2d6.
2d6.
Can I use my motivation of not getting squished?
Yes. It's a giant. Absolutely. 100%. Yes.
All right, baby, be good to me. I got a 6, a 5, and a 3.
Incredible. Automatic success. So, with your ice pick, you are buried under rocks, and as the ogre, you probably draw most of their focus.
Exactly.
Yeah, also feel free to jump in and add too if I ever am
Yeah. No,
talking and you're just like, oh, and also, yeah.
I
feel
think
free.
just as
Yeah.
focus is being drawn, I
Mhm.
scurry up.
Your ice pick sinks. You can actually see as you get up there. There is
I
like
remember this being used for
a
surgery
crack.
before.
Yeah, exactly. And there is a small, like almost like there has been a prior incision. Maybe this giant had a heart at one point and replaced it with this jet black heart. But you find the fulcrum and get your ice pick in there, and you So you get to choose 2 of these from Get Violent.
Sure.
You don't take harm, you deal harm to them, you get them out of the way, and you take something from them.
I would like to not get harm, and I would like to take their heart.
Okay. Fantastic. You wedge the ice pick in there, and it's almost as if this heart is way bigger than you. It's like a 5-foot tall heart. And as you get the ice pick in there and like kind of use your whole body weight to kind of push against it, it's almost as if there's like nothing holding this heart in but gravity.
Weird.
So it's as you kind of give it that little tilt and push, the heart seamlessly kind of slides out of the giant's chest and goes, I'm going to say it goes flying, and then it seems to be covered in oil or something. It's almost as if there's something that has helped this thing become frictionless, and the heart begins to slide across the cave floor, and it is about to go off the mountain.
All right, I'm still under the rocks, right?
Yes.
Can I try to push some of the rocks off of myself and into the way of
Am
the
I
heart?
like riding the heart?
I think right now that is not assumed unless you want to try and move to make that happen.
I mean, as I like pulled it out, I would have liked to sort of held on to
I think it would be avoid danger, because you're riding the rock to inevitably get out and escape without being squished.
Yeah.
By the way, not being squished.
Yay.
So there's one.
So, avoid danger, because what I would like to do is sort of to try to slow it down so it doesn't fall off the cliff.
Okay, so let's see if you can ride this rock along the cave floor first.
Sure.
So that's an avoid danger.
Okay. With my spines. So that's 1d6. And not getting squished, that's 2d6.
Spines, 1d6, yes.
Okay.
2. Or yeah.
2 4s.
2 4s. Okay, that's a mixed success. I will tell you what it will cost to succeed. So you can slow this thing down, but you are going to have to steer it into your friend who is buried under rocks, which might hurt him, given the velocity this thing is flying. In fact, you know it will hurt him.
No. I will
Okay.
fail.
Okay?
Do it.
Then,
Do it.
Okay, I do it!
For the dungeon.
For the dungeon! And I steer it.
all right. The heart goes flying out, oiled as it is.
I
You
feel
go
so bad.
skidding on the cave floor. You see this jet black heart come flying right in your direction with your friend Pickles the porcupine, kind of riding with a terrified look on their face.
Yep.
So it is going to hit you before you can do anything, unless... Actually, sorry, it's going to hit you. What can you do anything?
Can I use the fact that I'm so big and strong to rearrange some of the rocks on me to get more in the way of it?
You can certainly try. So this is also an avoid danger. Go ahead and give me an avoid danger roll.
With strong?
I think strong would definitely apply.
Yeah, I don't know that I have anything that would help here other than strong.
I think you're right. Although, I did give the entire scene the trait of cover, and this seems to very much
True,
apply.
This is cover, you're right.
I'm not going to apply it specifically to
So
this
yeah,
case.
cover.
Yeah, I'm just going to say cover. 2d6.
You got this.
6 and a 1.
God damn it.
Oh, no! Okay. So, the lesson from... Oh, by the way, under experience, from the rocks falling on you, that was a critical fail, I believe. You could write down what you learned from that. I don't know if you did. But if you'd like to, you may. And maybe you could...
Something about like rock piles?
Yeah, hold on. I'm getting there.
They do both involve rocks. Yes, that's true.
Sometimes you gotta shield yourself from the rocks that are coming at you, not the guy who broke them.
Excellent.
Can I use that on this?
You can, but it'll only allow you to roll another d6.
Oh yeah,
which
right.
won't
It was
matter.
already ruined.
Unfortunately,
But I
I
have
just
it for later.
realized the problem with that. But you at least had that experience.
Yep.
Go ahead and write it down. And now you're gaining a new experience. This rock is going to hit you. You are unable to get the rocks in the way in time. You are going to take a point of harm, and I need you to roll me a harm check.
Yep.
Oh, good.
as this rock
That's
slams into
2.
Well,
So I'm
two.
going to spend my last seal.
To not die?
Yep.
Fantastic.
Okay.
This giant rocky heart that is entirely flat on the bottom just kind of slides towards you, poof, careens into the rock pile before you can get rocks in front of you, slams, rolls you over, and I'm going to say because it is a critical, I'm going to say because it is a critical, not only are you smashed out of the rocks, but you do grab onto the heart, and then you, Pickles, and the jet black heart go tumbling off of the spiky mountain to fall down the mountain.
Oh, good.
What happens next?
I'm going to... so we're tumbling down the mountain on the
Possibly
heart.
tumbling, possibly not tumbling very far before a spike finds you, but yeah.
I'm going to try to use my weight to, like, angle it away from spikes.
Okay.
And,
just try
like,
use the heart to kind of take
with
the blows.
one hand, get the pallet out to just, like, shield me against anything that might hit the body. It's just, like, as padding. Such as it is, a little wooden board.
Got it. So I don't know if the pallet, if you're willing to sacrifice the pallet, I'll say you can use it.
I will sacrifice the pallet.
Oh yeah, because it is a mundane thing that you can use repeatedly. Yeah, I'll say if you sacrifice it, I'll allow that to count as one. What was the other one you said?
I'm using my weight to try and angle where the thing is hitting.
You know what? I will say also, Spiky is that landscape's trait.
Yeah, that's true.
And, well, I guess that is the flaw of
Yeah.
that. No, never mind. Big and strong, though, actually.
Big and strong,
I
yeah.
feel like that will help you maneuver this giant
That's
rock.
what I was sort of getting at.
Cool. Okay, pink pallet, big and strong.
Yeah.
And the third one you said.
I didn't say a third one.
Okay, those two.
Yeah.
Did you learn
Two
anything from the
Sometimes you got to shield yourself from the rocks, not the shield
like
yourself from the
earlier?
rocks. Wait, I lost it.
Right, okay, cool.
Oh,
I
Oh,
couldn't
but
know
that
that.
one
before you
could apply. Shield yourself from the rocks.
Yeah, let's use that.
They're coming at you. Yeah.
2, a 6, and a 1.
A 2, a 6, and a 1, which means a critical fail. Also, roll me a d6 to see how this experience. Never mind, we're good. Just hold on to that experience for now. So, with a 1 critical failure, you are going to be able to block. You are going to be able to block yourself, but in order to do that, you're going to have to put Pickles in a situation where Pickles is probably going to be damaged.
Oh, no, I will.
It's okay,
Shield
I'm not
Pickles
touching!
with myself. I'll take the damage before I hit Pickles with the damage.
Okay.
As
You-
long as
you
as
see-
long as the
Yeah.
heart will be preserved.
You see a way to preserve the heart and to preserve Pickles. It's literally turning it straight up so that your back is, or your front, depending on how you want, is the thing taking the
Yeah.
the spikes.
I would think it's back. I think I'm close.
I would think it is too.
Yeah.
You're going to take another point of harm,
Yep.
and you are going to please roll a harm check.
6.
Oh, thank God. I'm so invested in this character. That's not going to
That was awesome. Yeah, I was sure that was going to go terribly.
succeed past this thing.
Incredible. On a harm check, yeah, you're good. Okay, you don't die. I guess that's all that means for that. Yeah. The spikes. The pallet.
Yeah.
Actually is a wooden pallet, but it actually has like a thin metal interior that manages to actually take the spikes blows, and you do get stabbed quite horribly in the back by several spikes, but you're an ogre. These spikes don't kill you. You hit a lot of these spikes, and as you all are going down, you hear the frustrated cry, the kind of Ollie the Burninator from above, and you hear the no of the mountain giant Crack, Crack it was. As you all plummet down the mountain, what feels like an eternity of plummeting finally ends in you crashing on the ground on your wounded, stabbed back. But the heart and Pickles are in good condition.
I run over and give you like a hug around your leg.
Thank you, Pickles. That hurt a lot.
I'm sorry. Are you? I know you're not okay. Should we?
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
get out of here and maybe some medical attention.
Yeah, that would probably be good, yeah. Alright. Okay.
I don't think we're stopping at the essence
I don't think so.
Place.
I think we need to. I think we need
right now. I think we need to get back. We can go there another time.
That
There's just no
sounds
time.
great.
We crossed the desert thinking.
As Craig turns around, you see there are like thin bits of metal and bits of splintered wood just like stuck into their wounds, just kind of snapped into.
Can I
can
like
also-
try to pull them out?
Yeah, you
We
do.
can also come back to Point later sometime to seek justice for George.
That's a good choice, yes.
Oh! It's for the best thing. And then we
Because
Yeah.
we crossed the
cross the
desert,
desert.
thinking.
I think
of
we should be thinking
curve.
somewhere with a boat.
Yes.
A
port.
Love it.
A port.
Fantastic.
A love boat friendly port.
I'm gonna say go ahead. So one of you, whoever you think is the best at thinking about boats, roll me a look around check.
Want me to? I guess.
Do you have anything that helps with thinking about boats?
I'm looking.
Well, no, not that you need something.
So,
oh, yeah, no, that's true. You're right, you do. Never mind.
Did have my
Mhm.
minor item,
Mm-hmm.
which was my official pin.
Your official pin. Okay.
I have a
yes,
pin that says
you do have
official.
that. Yes.
Can we say that I got this official pin because I have gone out on enough missions?
You're like official boat leader
Yes.
or something.
Yes.
And you know boats real well.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Great.
Yeah.
So that's one. That's all I got.
No, it's great. I love
And
it.
my official pin dies.
Oh no.
Because it's a minor item. It goes away.
Oh, that's true. It does. Yeah.
So I have one.
Maybe
Unless
it's like a minor magical charm
Yeah,
that like can
yeah.
guide you to boats.
boats.
Yeah. Does it say it? Hold on. I would know that. I'm trying to see if. Let me see if it auto successes or not,
Literally just like it says official.
or just can be used.
Yeah.
Items. Shinies. You may use it for. Oh, you may use it for a single move. So you're calling upon it for this.
Yes.
So you are holding it up in the air, and it will be used by the end.
All right.
And I'll tell you how. But
So I
please.
have one. I have 1d6 without a penalty.
1d6 without a penalty
Okay.
for look around.
3. I'm gonna use a zeal to succeed.
Okay. Excellent.
Goodbye, my.
You auto succeed. You get to choose one question that I'll answer for you. From what is dangerous here, what is valuable here, what has recently happened here, what is hidden here.
What is hidden? Being
It's a boat.
port. A boat.
You wander through the desert for another, what did I say, 4 hours and 30 minutes, basically.
Great.
And as you emerge, you notice you are back at the curved rock cliffs. You recognize them, but you also don't, because there is one very large curved rock that actually forms so much of a crescent it almost forms a full circle again at the top of this big promontory that you do not remember at all from when you showed up on the shores and the cliffs there. So it's clearly a different side. It's still the curved rock cliffs. You find it, and as you get to the edge of the cliff and look down, you can see. You get an automatic success. What do you see? With an automatic success, you go ahead and tell me.
I see a boat that's big enough for us and the heart that has one of our co-workers from back at the dungeon.
Yes.
Uh,
I forget what happened to Gronk the Minotaur that you recruited.
Nothing happened.
Nothing.
You just did recruit a Minotaur named.
No, Gronk recruited
Yeah.
recruited me.
It's Gronk in the boat.
I'm in Gronk's downline.
You're in Gronk's downline. Gronk is there in a slightly bigger skiff.
Gronk.
He sees you down there, or he hears you call up, and he looks up and he goes, Gronk!
Can you sail us back to the love boat?
We'll talk it over.
1.
I gotta go!
Can we just go to wherever you're going and then go back?
It's a secret. Sorry! Great seeing you, though! And then the boat shoves off from the cliffs, and and we're gonna leave on that cliffhanger. You two at the top of the curved rocks cliff with your friend Grunk, who is in your downline, or sorry, you are in his downline. Has to go on a secret mission. Doesn't have time to take. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull a different move. I'm gonna say Grunk says, "Yeah, but I gotta go like right now. You gotta jump."
I'm gonna jump. Guess I'm gonna have to jump.
Oopsies. You all jump. Go ahead and roll me avoid danger, please. If you can get on this boat.
Can I?
Great.
Can
Great?
Yeah.
That's a failure.
Can I use my spines as a parachute?
Yeah.
Great. And can I use my do not get swish motivation?
You do not what?
Get-
Do not get squished?
Yeah.
That
So
applies.
that's 2d6.
Absolutely. What you get?
2 threes.
Oh, fuck yeah!
And I think
Three's all the way down.
and I could use a zeal, but I think it's funnier to not do it.
I agree. Fantastic. You all fall and miss entirely.
Clutching a
You
giant
both
heart.
take a point of harm.
Okay.
Please
Do
roll
we
me a harm
die?
check.
Oh god.
If you are at 6, it might be impossible for you to not die.
No, I think he.
I'm at 5.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Then it's
I
not.
am at.
1.
Okay. And do you have any more zeal you would like to use? Okay. Pickles?
I rolled a 6.
Okay. Pickles, you take harm. You get kind of smashed against the rocks as you go down. You kind of and do eventually land in Gronk's outstretched minotaur beefy arms. No problem. Gronk catches you. Gronk runs over to the other side of the ship with his arm to like catch this this like outfield ball that is you, Crag. You just smash through every rock on the way down, smashing them along the way. Completely miss the boat and plunge face first into the water.
Oh
Still.
Do I get like last words?
Yes, you do. As you are plummeting, hitting the rocks, what these are your last words? Because once you hit the water, that's pretty much it.
Oh, I can't like have like a quiet last.
Okay, you can. Yeah, you can be.
As
The consciousness can be fading from
As
you
we're kind
in
of
the
saying,
water.
just
Gronk holds his hands up and goes, "No, my downline. I mean, Crag."
Pickles.
Got you under.
Sure that the heart gets back, and we get to save Angelica for the
Okay.
greater good,
What?
and all the other people with the same condition that Professor Mr. assured me he was going to make a medicine for.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
need you to promise me one other thing.
What?
I want you to go back out later
Uh-huh.
with help and find the mountain giant.
All right, I
king.
did say I had to go quick.
Hold on, let me finish.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're done.
Gotta find
Sorry.
the mountain giant king. And I'm gonna hold out my one stick of dynamite. Say, and then light that and put it in his heart hole.
I promise I'll do that for you.
Don't go, Crag! Oh, shit! Now I gotta get another one.
Blood out the mouth.
Gross.
I clutch. So we get the
What
heart. in-
heart?
Did the. Oh no.
Did you all bring it with you?
Yeah.
Oh, I was assuming we were.
Yeah.
Oh, that giant rock. Oh,
Can
okay.
we get that,
Okay,
please? Thank you.
It's a good thing it landed in the water and, hold on, wait here. And he throws you in the boat, Pickles, and then dives down and then poof, comes back up with the wet, jet black heart.
I sit on
Onto
the
the
heart, clutching my ice pick and the stick of dynamite.
And Crag's body over his other shoulder. We gotta give him a proper burial.
Yeah, we do.
Crag, I'm gonna miss you so bad, man. You know, well,
Yeah, we've been on adventures together.
yeah, save it for the eulogy. We'll get home soon. We gotta get home. They're gonna be so fucking sad. And then turning the magic boat that itself drives itself around, the boat begins to shoot up waves in its wake as Pickles, Grump the Minotaur, that is apparently a character now, and the body of Crag sails back magically to Professor Mr. Sir's dungeon, the Love Boat, with the heart intact.
Crying with my stick of
Crying with
dynamite.
your stick of dynamite. And that concludes our adventure for tonight. Holy shit! What a weird fucking adventure! Oh my
Yeah,
god,
it was.
that was wild.
Poor all.
R.I.P. Craig Thompson.
R.I.P. Craig Thompson.
Thompson.
He's a real one. Shit.
Another player character dies.
It was a heist too. Now that I think of it, it was kind of a heist, I guess.
It kind of was. We
To
stole
be
it.
fair, a game system that
Yeah.
does seem to be designed to kill the character.
oh, no,
For
that's
sure.
true.
And
That's
for a one
absolutely-
shot, I was, leaning a little hard on you.
Yeah, no, it's
Uh,
fair. It's fair.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I think from now on, whenever we have a one shot, I think we should play this game and we should do a continued campaign. We'll see.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll
But
talk.
I just fucking love this game.
Oh,
This game
that
is so
was
much
a lot
fun.
of
That was a lot of fun.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining us. We are the Legacy of Fools, or at least half of them.
We are half of the Fools.
We are half the Legacy of Fools. We had a lot of fun. We hope you did too. Do you know this outro better than I do?
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Real quick before because I
Oh,
want to
please.
just two things. One,
Sit up.
yes, sorry.
If you are in the Los Angeles area,
Oh,
I have
yeah,
a thing.
announcements. Good call.
A show I co-wrote and am co-producing is having a one-night-only performance. It is an interactive, immersive comedy murder mystery called Murder at the Speakeasy. It will be performing December 19th at 8 p.m. at 3 clubs in Hollywood. Please come out. I will put an Eventbrite link somewhere. I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
If nothing else, it'll be on my Instagram. I don't know.
Check Tim's Instagram.
You should be following him on Instagram anyway.
You should be following him on Instagram. 1. 2, if you can't find Tim's Instagram, all of our Instagrams are in the caption of every video that is
Yeah.
uploaded to YouTube. So
That's true.
you can find it on our YouTube channel.
But you can also
Any
find
of
it
our
on
videos.
Eventbrite under
Bingo.
that name. It's on December 19th at 3 clubs in
Yay.
Hollywood. Also, just to roughly do the thing Jen usually does, hey, thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Spread the word. Tell your friends you know about this awesome stream.
Look above Amanda. Look to my
That's
left.
where the thing is. If you have enemies, tell them and tell them that you don't think they're cool enough to watch it, and they'll watch it despite you.
Damn
Yeah.
smart.
And if you want to support us in other ways, we do have a Patreon with like cool content. We do bonus content, little like leveled videos of us doing our level ups, and sometimes us playing other games, other little videos and things. There are occasionally polls. It's good stuff, and there's a couple of people who do it already, and we love them very much.
Thank you.
It's so kind.
Yeah.
Keep watching. Tell other people about us. Thank you.
We stream, as you know, on Tuesdays at 8 live, and then the episode for each week will go up on Fridays. So this will be up on Friday. If you were interested in this and want to see the other half of us doing other things, all of our back episodes are also on YouTube. So you can catch up,
Yeah.
including all of our other one-shots and also our main campaign.
Yeah. Which, by the way, be sure to tune in next week for the return of everybody.
Everyone will only
Literally
Everyone will be
every
here
person
next
will
week,
finally
and
be back.
We
Holidays.
will
Holidays.
have a session before them holidays.
Yes.
And B, the main campaign is coming back, which will be great.
Yay!
As much as we've loved this, we will love to get back to our awesome narrative.
Mhm. I think that's it.
I think that's it. We did. We
You wanted me to
sold
do.
ourselves out for our Patreon. We told about our Instagram and our YouTube.
You wanted
just
me to
normal
do the
things.
outro. You said.
But before you do,
Yeah.
hey, if you're watching this on Twitch, please follow us on Twitch. Hey, if you're watching us on YouTube, ring that bell, give us a subscribe, please, because
Please.
we would love it, and we're pretty awesome. So
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
Yes, outro,
Thank yous. Thank you, as always, to Matthew Hernandez and Edgard de Dios for making our sound setup be a thing.
Mhm.
Thank you to Dan Solovich, who makes our battle maps on Incarnate Pro, though we did not use those this evening.
But we like them anyway.
We do. He's lovely. Thank you to Rob Carlos for all our official art, very little of which came up tonight as well.
But
he
our
did
Skelly Boy logo. is
art for
always
all the
Yeah.
characters. He did the logo. Sometimes he just puts random stuff in the chat that he felt inspired to do during the stream, because he's a damn delight.
And thank you, as always, to Sarah Pohl for set decoration and forum moderation.
And I have one last thank you. Thank you to all of you for watching this extra long episode.
Yes, we appreciate you.
Yeah. And with that, I think that is all. Thank you for watching.
Thank you all for watching very
It
much.
makes our hearts happy that you come along on these journeys with us. And do you want to do the
wanna
last
do your
line?
I do. I mean, I want to do the
Last
The
line?
last
the
line.
last line. Absolutely, yeah.
Go for it.
I want to say, I'm just making sure. Cool, because I'm the one doing this. I forgot. Yeah. Thank you all for watching very much. See you next Tuesday.